3.
Podcast doesn't exist. Episode 43, man. Tommy Pham is back in the news. Just like old times, Shohei Ohtani completely washed and injured. The Mets lost again. The Mets have been defeated by the Reds. Reds have surpassed the Mets, apparently, allegedly. And there was one other big story. Oh, Kyle Tucker, man. What's going on with Kyle Tucker? Also, new thing at the end of this episode, we have our first special story time segment with Jeff Dye. Jack, do you remember recording that 7 months ago?
I sure do. When we were in Philadelphia.
Got my car towed. Still have the letters on my window.
Yeah, the numbers. You do, actually. It's crazy.
Which I think that was in April when we recorded that. So I don't even remember what the fuck we said, but we said something. It was about the Philly fanatic and his criminal history. So if you want to just skip to the end and get to the good shit, you go to do that. Or if you want to not skip to the end and wait and listen to the day-to-day news and storylines.
Don't skip to the end.
Don't skip to the end, man. But
Mitch isn't even in that video.
Mitch is not even in that shit. So if you're a Mitch guy, I would just turn the episode off because we kind of stabbed him in the back by leaving him out of it completely.
Second time. Or was that the first time?
Yeah.
Well, technically the first time, but actually the second time.
You weren't in Atlanta either, but You're right. This was filmed before the Atlanta one.
And you know what Unc said about Mitch, right?
You know what rhymes with Mitch?
I got did dirty.
Yeah. We tried to defend you, but Unc fucking hates your guts. Either way, speaking of... I have to do every transition has to be speaking of, and it's just bad. But listen, Tommy Pham is in the news. Did you hear the Tommy Pham news, Jack?
I did not.
Well, you're in for a good one because this guy's going fucking nuclear on a guy for no reason again. This is Tommy Pham's first on the field altercation of the year.
With another player.
He did tell a fan to suck his balls, which he has every right to do. As a left fielder, you can tell fans to suck your balls if you play left field. And you're Tommy Pham, and you've earned the respect. So the Pirates play the Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays coming in the series trying to beat the Pirates, which shouldn't be hard. And in Game 1, Skeens is on the mound. Skeens, 8K, 6 innings. Skeens, I was watching this game. Skeens, the funniest thing happened now. You watch Skeens pitch. There's this new Livy Dunn commercial out. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, dude.
She's just butt naked in a pool in the middle of a football field doing fucking DraftKings or FanDuel or whatever.
Not butt naked, she's wearing bubbles.
She's wearing bubbles, butt-ass naked in the middle of a football field. And Paul Skeens strikes out 8 batters, walks off the field with his little fucking cocky fucking beast strut with the smirk on his face, cuts right to commercials, naked girlfriend on the screen. I mean, guy's the fucking boss of all bosses.
It's a good ad.
It's a good ad. I mean, to play that right now, that was one of the craziest cuts ever. I'm like, dude, this guy just struck out 8, beat the Blue Jays. Now he's walking off the field. He did it. Another win for Skeens. No runs allowed. Okay, now here's a supermodel girlfriend. She's naked in the middle of a football field. Quite the star. But that was completely overshadowed by Tommy Pham, who started an altercation after walking. Usually you don't get in a fight after a walk, but he had a problem with Tyler Heineman. Okay, Tyler Heineman, this is a catcher for the Blue Jays. And how many years has Heineman been in the league, Mitch?
I have no clue. He's an older dude, though.
So you're saying he's irrelevant. Not even Mitch, the head researcher of the #1 baseball channel in the universe, doesn't even know him. So that's how you know he's an irrelevant guy. Tommy Pham, way more relevant than Heineman. Can we say that?
Yeah, so Heineman's been in the league since 2019. He's played for 5 different teams, but he's never played more than 62 games in a season.
So he's mid. I say that to say this. He's actually not mid this year. He's got a 145 OPS plus. He's batting .331, this guy.
This is their backup catcher?
Yeah, like Heineman has had a breakout year at age 34. He's playing great, so sorry to disrespect you earlier, Heineman. You know I like to joke around, but Tommy Pham has an issue with Heineman because Tommy Pham gets walked and like throws his bat real hard, then walks to first base, starts talking some shit. Show the clip to Jack. We need Jack's reaction to this. And
I mean, it's crazy to start taking the walk and then to go back. Because I'm assuming he didn't take base after that, right?
Well,
he lead to
he got walked threw his bat, probably said something to Heineman, and then went to first. Heineman probably said something like, "What the hell, man, bro?" And Tommy Pham was like, "Motherfucker, you want to, got on his grill." So they had a little fight. All right, nothing went about it, but like nothing really happened. They didn't really actually squabble or nothing.
It was a very typical baseball benches clear altercation.
Bullpens come in, they convene, but Tommy Pham, he's not really trying to murder a guy on the field like he would have done. The guy trains Muay Thai in the offseason. Yeah, Heineman, sorry. Even with the catcher's gear, you don't have a shot. But Pham's issue with Heineman, because it seems so random, is that Heineman, the few pitches before, was complaining to the umpire that certain pitches were strikes even though they were called balls. So Heineman, upset that they weren't getting strike calls, was like, "Umpire, come on, that's a strike." And Tommy Pham's like, "That's a fucking ball." But the fact that he was complaining to the umpire, to Tommy Pham's head, was disrespectful, because that's inferring that Tommy Pham doesn't know the strike zone. This guy's got 10 years in the league, Mitch. He's got one of the best eyes in the league. Am I right or am I right?
You're right, now that he's fixed his eyes.
He's fixed his eyes. I saw a stat that he's got one of the best. He doesn't chase out of the zone.
I did not see that, but I would not be surprised.
Well, here it is. This is Tommy Pham after the game. He goes to social media to air it out online. Quote, "Bitching about a ball not being a called strike to an umpire when it's clearly below the zone and away is disrespectful, not only to the umpire, but the hitter as well. So like I said when I flipped the bat, fuck him, at Keegan Matheson. Dude has 2 years in the show. I know the zone." I don't know who Keegan Matheson is. Any ideas?
It's the beat writer for MLB who covers the Blue Jays.
So he's giving him a quote. He said, "Hey, Keegan, I'm flipping the bat and fuck him." Quote me on this one. Fuck him. He then started replying to people. Someone said, "Bro, you are a bitch." Someone said that to Tommy Pham? He said, "Things you wouldn't say to my face for 1,000.
No shit. I was just thinking that.
Shit. He also deleted a tweet where he claimed Addison Barger was on steroids. What the fuck? Where is this? Okay. So you're 37, acting like a non-playoff, acting like this on a non-playoff Pirates team. Just retire and start a family already, Tommy Tough Knuckles. That was Hamburger, Barger MVP _season at X.com. Tommy Pham says, your profile pic is someone who takes steroids, loser. I didn't know Addison Barger did steroids.
Neither did I.
Everybody's on steroids. So he got caught for steroids in the past?
Stimulants.
2019.
2019.
That's not steroids.
No. But I clearly Pham knew he had been suspended at some point. Or do you think he just looked up Addison Barger?
I mean, yeah, Barger is a big guy. Jacked as fuck. He looks like he's on steroids.
He was probably surveying the Blue Jays and going, "Oh, that guy, that's one guy I'm not going to fight."
But, I mean, Jack, you're an MMA guy. I mean, that's pulling a Nick Diaz right there. Everybody's on steroids.
Yeah, Nate Diaz do be saying that.
Everybody's on steroids.
I will say this, though. Like, you know how we feel here at PDE, and it's fam we trust. It's fam all day. Might as well be concrete in the ballpark, because Tommy Pham plays in the streets. It's actually crazy to me that players
You said what?
still trying to...
Concrete in the ballpark?
I didn't, think it through. I'm just riffing. But I feel like people still try, talking shit to Tommy Pham. Bro, just let it go. If it's Tommy Pham, let it go.
Yeah. But they didn't... No one talked shit to him. The guy was just complaining to the umpire, and then Tommy Pham was like, that's somehow talking shit to me. You talking shit to the umpires, talking shit to me, even though I'm not on the umpires team. You saying that was a ball to the umpires, assuming that I should have swung at it, and I didn't swing at that. So you're saying that I'm bad at baseball because you're complaining to the umpire. Therefore, you're disrespecting me by complaining to the umpire.
Someone could argue he was a little defensive.
Yeah, some would argue, but I wouldn't. But I wouldn't argue that. I'm on Tommy Pham's side 1,000%, dude. Fuck Heineman. Piece of shit. You're gonna argue when Tommy Pham's hitting? Show some fucking respect. Guy's been in the league for 7 teams. Okay, Tommy Pham has another tweet. Okay, maybe if you had a TUE like your profile pic, from what I heard, the OPS would be up 100 more points. What is a TUE?
I hoped you'd know.
TUE?
I have no clue what he means by that.
TUE, bro. Tommy Pham. Guys, speaking
Wait,
of
what's his profile pic?
It's probably Addison Barger too. No, that doesn't look like Barger though. Any guesses on what TU? Like, I can't even begin
I
to
have
think
no
of
idea
an acronym
what
for that.
TU Tuesday. That means Tuesday, right? Isn't TUE short for Tuesday?
Yeah, so maybe if I had a
Yeah, but he's
Tuesday
got
like your
spaces
profile pic?
between them, though. He's got
TUE.
like it's T space U space E. It's very intentional.
All right, well, look that shit up, James.
Maybe if I had a
Computer
tiny-
in front of you.
tiny,
TU therapeutic use exemption. So maybe if I had a TUE, so he's calling this guy out for steroids. Basically, that means TUE is a therapeutic use exemption. So maybe if I had a TUE, like, who is in his profile picture? Addison Barger.
Is this Barger though? Is Barger Canadian?
I don't fucking know. But his name is Addison Barger's son. So he's saying that Addison Barger has an exemption to take steroids.
Stimulants.
and Tommy's saying if I
don't
could take
think-
steroids,
He said steroids in the tweet.
Yeah, but then maybe he pivoted.
When did he say stimulants?
Never.
He got
couldn't
he
stimulants
tested
be
positive for
testosterone?
I
Like
don't know,
testosterone
stimulant
replacement.
isn't a stimulant. Stimulant is like like
Adderall.
Adderall for ADD, which if you had an exemption, you wouldn't test positive for it and get in trouble for it.
Tommy, you could take Adderall, brother.
Well, he'd need a TUE.
He needed TUE, Jeff.
What are they gonna not give it to him? He walks into the office. I'm
I
taking
mean, isn't
Adderall
it-
now, bitch.
Isn't MLB withholding that from Chris Davis kind of what ruined Chris Davis's career?
They wouldn't let him take Adderall?
Yeah.
Dude, he he had some crazy thing with Adderall. He quit Adderall. He tested positive for Adderall, or he sat out when he didn't have to because of Adderall. Who gives a fuck about Chris Davis right now, though? We're talking about Gary Sheffield Jr., who's also in the news, going after Tommy Pham. This was the grand finale of the beef. So Gary Sheffield Jr., the son of Gary Sheffield Sr., former MLB baseball player, whose son is like a blogger or something. I don't even know. He makes controversial tweets like 5 times a year. He says you can't complain about the zone out of respect for Tommy Pham. Question, yeah, folks complained about the zone pitching to Barry Bonds. What makes you special? Get out of your emotions and into your common sense. Tommy Pham replied to that, I respect your dad, not you. Even text and talk to OG next time. Look at the pretext of the event before you comment stupidly. Now let me send this to OG so he can talk to you. So Tommy's like, I'm telling your dad, dude, you're being a pussy. I'm telling your dad right now. And he goes, bro, you think you're John Wick? Drop the fantasy football invite. I'm ready. You're going to tell my dad on me? Oh no. And then there was more tweets. Tommy Pham did talk to his dad. You didn't see those? I
have it. Pops just gave me the green light to you. I should know what that means.
So Tommy Pham has the green light on Gary Sheffield Jr. So if he sees him, it's go time.
The John Wick comment was, bro, you think you're John Wick? It's pretty funny.
You're going anti-Tommy Pham on that? You're laughing?
Not at all. Tommy Pham is the closest thing to John Wick in MLB. You don't want him on your ass.
Yeah, bro.
He's Liam Neeson in this bitch. He's Keanu Reeves. He's the one. He's the Neo. Tommy Pham could be my dad. We're already trying to get him to adopt Mitch.
Did he get suspended for this?
No.
Mr. Pham? Free Pham. And suspend Addison Barger. That's the funny thing, is that guy caught strays for no reason. He had nothing to do with it. The guy was in fucking the outfield. It was a him and Heineman beef. He's like, you know what? If Heineman's gonna complain about the ball 4, I'm gonna call out his teammate for doing steroids, even though Barger was in the outfield. So you kind of feel bad for Barger. But if he's doing steroids, it's a little messed up, man. I guess they have different rules in Canada. You're allowed to do steroids in Canada. Fucking look at Tyler O'Neill.
Look at their offense.
Look at their offense. Jeez. Something's going on up in Canada, but free Tommy Pham. I'm glad to see him Back in the news, he's still got the fire in him.
Shout out Pittsburgh, though. It's a big win.
Big win for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Just so happened to have my Pirates hat on for no good reason. I just had a sense. I woke up today and I thought, I got to show respect to Pham.
Listen, man, there's never a bad reason to wear the Pittsburgh Pirates hat. Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
How's that related?
It's not. I just had it. It's in my head. But dude, who won? The Pirates lost 2 out of 3?
No,
There's no way they won a game after that.
they did.
What the fuck?
The Blue Jays lost the series. They only won the second game of the series.
And Pham hit a 2-run double in the third game to win
did.
the game. So Tommy Pham comes out victorious. He's going to fuck up Gary Sheffield Jr. He's exposed Addison Barger for steroids. And he hits the 2-run double to win the series and beat Canada, the team of steroid users, the country ruled by a king. I respect the hell out of Tommy Pham. We all do. Blue Jays still in first place. Nothing to worry about for the Blue Jays. Honestly, I mean, Max Scherzer goes 6 innings in game 2. Max Scherzer. I mean, is it Unk season?
He's had back-to-back starts allowing just 1 run.
Is it Unk season? I fucking wanted to kill myself, but I'm not going to do it because I know the people listening need me. Some guy DM'd me today, and he goes, I was going to kill myself, but then I heard Jack's take on Jackie Robinson, and I decided I wasn't going to do it.
I didn't have a take. Okay? People are like,
How stupid
how
are you?
fucking stupid. It's like, that's literally a random fact about a random, like, you know what I mean? It's
A
like,
random fact about a random guy. Yeah, random guy, Jackie Robinson.
No.
You heard of-
If you're not a baseball fan, then you know Jackie Robinson's lore, of course, and what it means to civil rights. The team he played for is pretty irrelevant.
Oh, no, it's just not. It's just on his fucking jersey. Every picture you see of him says the team he's on.
All I'm saying
And the
is that
jersey has not changed since he played for them.
Looks
what I'm saying is
exactly
that
the same.
most people who don't follow baseball know of Jackie Robinson, but probably couldn't tell you what team he played for.
Well, if they're on a baseball podcast, they probably know. I'd say you'd probably be the only person involved in a baseball podcast who didn't know what team Jackie Robinson played.
No, that's
But
got to
that-
be true.
But that,
That's got to be true.
That's not a bad thing. That just means
I also did know. It's like one of those things where I got put on the spot and I don't think about it. And I was picturing the jersey, and for some reason I was picturing black and yellow, which is just wrong in every way.
Black and yellow,
Do you know what team Babe Ruth played for?
I want to say the Atlanta Braves.
Okay, now
Sort
you're
of.
just trying to be funny, dude.
Was it the Braves?
Barely.
No, man.
I'm just guessing. I don't know.
You're trying to
He did play for the Braves for 1 year.
Okay, because they have a statue of him in Atlanta, do they not?
No.
Where did I see a statue of him?
They probably had some Babe Ruth shit there. Baltimore.
Did he play in Baltimore?
Yeah. Oh, he's from Baltimore. Do they have I think they have a statue of Babe Ruth in Baltimore or Fenway Park.
I wouldn't be surprised
And definitely
if they
not
have one.
Fenway Park. The only places I don't think they have a statue of Babe Ruth in Truist.
I think they do, bro.
They probably had pictures or something. He played for the Boston Braves for
Half a season.
okay, so
So the team he played for, the team that people consider him
he
playing
played for the Yankees, man. And honestly, I know you knew that, and you're just trying to do the bit.
I appreciate that. I didn't know that.
You're trying to be dumb for the fucking podcast.
I'm not doing the bit. I did know where Milwaukee was. I feel like that came up as well.
They don't believe you.
Well, Milwaukee's in Wisconsin, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so I do know. I did know that. What did I say on the pod? Minnesota?
No, you said I know.
You
where
said
it is.
Minnesota. And
No, you didn't say Minnesota.
He did. And then he said, I know where it is.
Oh yeah. Good call. Good call.
There's a chance that when I said Minnesota, I actually meant Wisconsin, and I was wrong. But we don't need to make this the focus of the podcast.
No, we'll move on to the Mariners and the Phillies
Thanks.
because Zack Wheeler, the blood clot's been removed, and I hate to bring it back to Jack, but he did know information on blood clots, so we can't say he's that dumb because
I know a lot about very little information, and that's one of the things that I do know a lot about.
So he did have a blood clot, which is kind of crazy. I guess scary. I don't even know how to react. I don't know. Like if you get a blood clot, I know people die of this shit, but Zack Wheeler, he's a young man. He just had a child. But he got it removed. Timetable is TBD. Is there any sense of the seriousness to this? Because to me, this could be, you could die of it, or he could be back next week to me.
That's kind of how I feel the Phillies are responding to it.
I'll say this: he's most likely, if they removed it, then he's probably put on blood thinners to avoid more of them happening. There's of course like, why did it happen in the first place? It could just be from travel because they're flying all over the place. But you could get like deep vein thrombosis and all that. Like there's all these kinds of risks for an athlete. But I think being on blood thinners probably limits his playing. I would imagine he'd be put on IL for that.
All right.
So
Has he been on the IL? Has he been?
No, he was placed on the IL before even the surgery. But yeah, Rob Thompson said, right now my thoughts are just about him. This isn't like a hamstring or a calf. This is real. This is life. My thoughts are constantly on him and his family.
Damn, that sounds concerning.
Yeah.
Because I understand his sentiment, but, like, let's be honest. Like, you think the city of Philadelphia cares if the guy lives, if he can't pitch? Like, it's not about whether he... Who cares about his family? Like, we want you on the mound with a 2.1 ERA going into the playoffs. That's what's important here for the people of Philadelphia. To me, I care about his family and his health, but, like, we're talking to Philadelphia sports fans. Who could give a fuck if the guy's dead or alive? If he's not pitching, he might as well be dead. You know what I mean? So
I disagree, and you know how I feel about the IL, but I don't know.
I don't agree with that either, Jack. I'm just saying that's the fan base. That's what people in Philly like. We got to know who we're talking to here, right? So I'm saying, like, it's concerning for those guys. Not who cares? Even if you don't care, whatever. We'll see you soon, Zack Wheeler. What did you just put in the microphone?
I didn't yet.
Okay. Well, anyway, the Phillies do beat the Mariners. The Phillies.
This is what you're suggesting?
No, I'm just saying Rob Thompson's sentiment, his message to the fans that, like, it's really bigger than baseball. We really I don't care about what's going on in the field. We care about, like, him being healthy and being there for his family long term. Like, that's a really good message. Philadelphia's fans could give a fuck how he is with his family. We need you on the mound for game 1 of the NLDS. And we need you down the stretch to beat the Mets and win the division so we get to the NLDS without having to go to the wild card round. And that is number 1 for the fans. Now, Rob Thompson doesn't feel that way because he's a human. He's probably not from Philadelphia because he is human. If you're from Philadelphia, you're probably like half garbage, man.
I mean, Rob Thompson is Canadian.
Oh, steroid guy. Interesting. But hey, the Phillies offense though, man, they're bopping and booming, man. They fucking knocked the crap out of the ball.
This series wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Technically it was, but I don't feel like Phillies fans were ever in doubt in a single one of these games. Maybe the second game where JT Realmuto had to hit a homer in the 8th inning. But otherwise, man, like, if you're a Mariners fan, you got to come out of the series feeling terrible. If you're a Phillies fan, you got to be feeling great about yourself.
Well, yesterday in the game, the Phillies had like 13 hits in the 3rd inning, or not 3rd inning, but like in the 6th or 7th inning, and had like a 1-run lead, like they scored 3 runs. But then they ended up pulling away. But I guess that was close. But they scored 6 off Logan Gilbert. Their bullpen allowed some in the first game. I guess that's still the weak point for the Phillies, even after getting Duran.
It is interesting. I have in the second half, they have a 3.68 ERA in the bullpen. They just got Alvarado back.
Yeah, that's good, but he can't pitch in the playoffs.
Can't pitch in the playoffs. David Robertson has been pretty good. I think he just allowed his first run since joining the team. But it's not a disastrous bullpen. In fact, their bullpen ranks better than their starters in the second half.
Interesting. That's interesting. And, and Duran is pitching too, because I know he got hurt. And that worried me.
He had to get taken off on the bullpen card in D.C.
Yeah, but I guess it was nothing, huh? He's just a big crybaby.
He was back like the next day.
They pull him out in the fucking bullpen cart at D.C. They don't have ambulances there.
Guess not.
Anyway, so the Phillies break it open in the 7th, and Eugenio Suarez has fallen off, bro. That has been a big disappointment for the M's, huh? Do you have his number since getting to Seattle?
He's hitting 181, 221 on base percentage, 361 slugging. He had a 3-hit game on Tuesday, and a homer yesterday, so it really helps. But overall, he's been worth negative .4 WAR in 19 games.
That's bad. That's bad. That was their big trade line accusation. Why do I got it right and I still had to say accusation.
You also say trade line? Trade line accusation?
Trade line accusation.
Trade deadline acquisition?
There was a trade line accusation. Apparently, Eugenio Suarez is a fraud, and he's only good in Arizona. And if he plays in Seattle, the crooked mound gets in his head. Jorge Polanco's been bad too, huh?
He's been one of the worst hitters in baseball. 20th worst qualified hitter this month.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, when we said this, I swear 10 times on this podcast, how the Mariners flipped the script, and this was a team going into the year and last year where their starting pitching was going to be amazing. We all know that, but their offense sucks. And it was the opposite, where their offense was amazing and their pitching was a little iffy, but the offense was so good it made up for it. That's kind of switched back to what we thought going into the year. So the second half so far, the team ERA 3.72, that's sixth in the league. So they've been an elite pitching staff while their offense is 22nd in runs. And that's while adding Naylor and Eugenio Suarez. But that just goes back to why that was a smart move. That even though on paper you see the stats, we're killing it on offense. We need more pitching to get better. But they were like, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's get some hitters. Naylor's still been good though, right?
He's been about league average. I think a lot of his values come from stealing bases.
Respect. Canadian too. Wow, we can't get away with the Canadians. Love it. All right, so the Mariners lose one of the. They got swept, huh?
They got swept.
3-game sweep.
Didn't lose any ground in the standings, though.
3-game sweep. Got outscored 29-13. And the Phillies sweep. That's not good for the Mets, bro. And we got a caller on the line for the Mets to recap the Mets series because I didn't really get to watch the series closely, so let's just hear what happened.
They're going to lose tomorrow? With Manaea on the mound? This game was symbolic of the whole fucking season. Senga walking the goddamn fucking ballpark to get 2 runs in, then getting ripped around, fucking skull fucked. Then the Mets gave it in 1 run, and they don't get another fucking hit out of the infield. And then a billion double plays, no hit in the clutch, no fucking heart. No, I've never seen a team that just rolls over and dies. That he rolls over and dies. After 7 innings, the Mets have no wins. If they're trailing up to 7, they don't even they just out after out after out. They don't even fucking try. And they're just, the Reds are now running away with the Reds. The fucking Reds.
So the Reds have surpassed the Mets, which is not even true. The Reds are running away with the wild card right now, while they're literally behind the Mets still to this day. Like they're a game behind the Mets. But all I've heard from Mets, and not just Frank, is that the Reds can't lose. The Reds never lose a game, and now the Cincinnati Reds are better than the Mets, even though they're 1 game behind the Mets in the wild card spot. You would have thought the Reds are like the best team in baseball and have just surpassed them in every way. They have won 3 of their last 6.
6 of their last 10.
They're
barely better than the Mets over their last 10 games.
They're playing okay. I mean, they are a threat to the Mets. They are 1 game behind the Mets. So that's not good looking for the Mets, but I wouldn't say it's time to completely panic and say the Reds are running away with it, Frank. Frank the Tank, by the way, he's coming to Baltimore this weekend. They're putting that guy in the splash zone, letting him throw the first pitch.
Are they?
Yes, sir. It's so funny because Jack is just not in the loop where, like, you don't, like, he just looks at this guy like, okay, this is just like a really fat loser.
Whoa, no, I wouldn't think that at all. I know that he has he's famously lost like 200 pounds. He looks fantastic. He's getting in shape. He's on the Ozempies, I would guess, but
I don't know if he is. I think
he's
just
walking a lot.
Yeah, he's just been walking for like 400 days straight.
Well, I bet you Frank the Tank of old wouldn't have been able to throw the first pitch. This is a big moment for Frank, and I'm really happy for him. And I actually understood almost everything he said in that last clip, and that's like a big deal.
Well, Frank the Tank's he's thrown the first pitch at a lot of stadiums, at least a few, 3 or 4. But he's going to Baltimore this weekend. Even though, are the Mets playing the Reds?
No.
Yes.
So, why is he going to Baltimore?
Because they invited him, man. Free pub. I mean, if Baltimore was like, hey, Jack, you want to come throw a first pitch in Baltimore? You'd say no to that?
No, I would do it. But so are we going to have him on or what? Are we going to reach out?
I would love to. I think Frank could come on. I mean,
tell him to hop on the Zoom, bro.
Get on the Zoom. Oh, yeah. If he's going to be in Baltimore, we can go to him. Watch a game of him in the Splash Zone with Mr. Splash.
I mean, I'm so in. That'd be lit.
We'll see what we could do. Well, that definitely won't happen, but we can dream. Anyway, the Mets do lose to the Nationals. They split the first 2 games.
Yeah, they play today in about 2 hours, so we don't know the outcome of the series, but it's funny that they won 8-1 the day before, and then they just barely lost yesterday.
So a 3-game series?
It's a 3-game series.
3-game series for the Mets as they continue to struggle, man. Their second half stats are abysmal. They're 29th in team ERA, 28th in starting pitching ERA.
You're looking at the Nats.
Oh, my God. Okay, so the Nats are way worse than the Mets. So the Nats are basically dead last in pitching and hitting in the second half, but they do beat one. They do get one from the Mets, and we'll see. They're trying to win the series today, but if you're the Mets, you can't be losing games like this. I mean, it goes back to June where the Mets have just not been a good team. Since June 12th, they were the best team in baseball, best record in the league, and since then, I think they got the 5th worst record in baseball. It is an extended stretch of losing for the New York Mets.
I think the starting pitching is the most interesting because, I mean, there was a time where we're like, how does this team have the best starting rotation in baseball? And then as of the second half, what is it, like 24th in starting pitching ERA? Kodai Senga's ERA has gone from 1.39 to over 3 in 4 starts.
Damn. Yeah, since
5 starts?
Since the break, he's got a 6 ERA in 27 innings. Tough sledding for the Mets. Tough sledding. And now they got the Reds up their ass. The Reds have played the Angels this week, and they won 2 out of 3 against them. Their pitching has been lights out. Their starters, they got good starters in Cincinnati, and I don't think it's fluky. Like, Andrew Abbott is legit. Andrew Abbott, 5.2 WAR, according to Baseball Reference, 2.28 ERA. The guy has the best ERA in the National League. Okay, best ERA plus in the I never get this right. Is when it's italicized on Baseball Reference, does that mean you lead the league or lead MLB or National League? Sorry. If it's italicized.
I also never get it right, but it's leads one of the two. I saw it on Rafael Devers' page today because he's on pace to play 163 games.
Uh-huh.
And it was non-bold italicized.
Okay, so
that must be leads the league.
I think Andrew Abbott leads MLB in ERA plus if it's italicized. I mean, he's kind of gaining on Paul Skeens. I mean, I wouldn't say Paul Skeens is definitely the Cy Young winner in the NL if the season ends today. He's got 24 more innings pitched than Andrew Abbott. He's got 3 more strikeouts per 9 than Andrew Abbott. He's got an ERA lower than Abbott, but not by much. Paul Skeens with a 2.16 ERA and Andrew Abbott with a 2.28 ERA. But according to ERA, Andrew Abbott is the second best pitcher in the NL right now. Hey, Andrew Abbott, we got to give credit where credit's due, boy. He's a Virginia guy, too, like myself. Statesman, like myself. Birds flock together.
Commonwealthsman.
That's right. Number 1. They also got Hunter Green back. I mean, Hunter Green has struggled since coming back, though, right?
No.
Okay.
2 starts back. He has a 2.19 ERA and a 1.25 FIP. 13.14 K per 9. No walks.
So he's been amazing all year when he's healthy. What about my man Nick Lodolo?
In the second half, he has 4 starts and he has a 1.57 ERA.
Okay, so why did he only pitch 1.1 2/3 inning against the Cubs? Oh, he's injured right now. I knew he was injured. Yeah, so Lodolo's actually hurt.
Blister.
Blister? For fuck, he's missed 3 weeks with a blister?
Yeah.
Concerning. Chase Burns is on the IL, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on the IL. I haven't seen an update on him.
So then you wonder, like, why is their starting pitching so good? Damn. I think Nick Martinez has thrown some good innings. He had a great start last night, even though they lost last night. But Andrew Abbott's carried the load, and Hunter Green's back, so let's go. Let's go. We got to get the hitting up, though. Come on, man. Ellie De La Cruz?
10th worst qualified hitter this month.
Oh, my God, Ellie. He's hitting worse than Austin Hayes. No disrespect to Austin Hayes. But him and Austin Hayes have struggled at the plate. That is the truth. The truth is with the Reds, it feels like the offense is one player. And if that one player, Ellie De La Cruz, is not playing well, they don't really have much of an offense. Luckily, Ellie De La Cruz is the type of player who is so elite. He kind of does everything on offense. He can hit, home runs, steal, and hit. Well, I guess that's two things. He hit home runs. He can hit for average. He can get on base. And he can steal. That might not even be completely true.
Man, his power is just evaporated. In the last month and a half, so since the beginning of July, he has 1 homer.
Ooh. Maybe he has a hairline fracture in his hand.
Maybe.
Because that takes me over to their division rivals, the Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs have had some tough sailing, as we know, going into the series 5-5 in the last 10. Not actually, I mean, they're playing mid. They're playing average baseball, 50-50, 500 ball. It's really the real issue is the Brewers have just been terrorizing the league. But they got to face each other, and they won 3 in a row against these.
3 in a row.
3 in a row. They're about to sweep them, or did the Brewers won game 1, right?
Brewers won game 1, so they have the 5th game of a 5-game series today. That probably is about to start right now. But yeah, Cubs won 3 in a row.
Good shit for the Cubs. They asked Yelich if he was concerned, his thoughts on Brewers fans who are getting angsty after 3 straight losses to the Cubs. He said, quote, "Who cares?" Which is a good point. It's like, bro, you guys are what, 20, 29-3 or something crazy over the past month. 3 games to the Cubs ain't going to do a lot. But also, we have to be fair to Yelich. It was kind of taken out of context, apparently. There's like a 3-minute video. I don't think he said, hey, fans, stop complaining. I think he said, it's all right. We got this, guys. 1 game at a time. But yeah, good for the Cubs winning 3 in a row against them. I don't know what that changes. It still feels like the Brewers got a pretty commanding lead in that division.
6-game lead is...
Okay, 6 games. Yeah.
That's still a lot.
6 games is a lot, but it's not, they didn't wrap it up yet. I wouldn't say, the only team I can say right now who's wrapped up the division, I feel in my heart of hearts, is the Tigers. And we'll get to the Tigers, but the Tigers have turned it around too. We got to give credit where credit's due for the Tigers. But the issue right now is Kyle Tucker. So Kyle Tucker has had a hell of a time recently, okay? So he's, what's his number? Okay, since June 1st, wait, sorry, Mitchell, can you just give them to me? Because I know you know it. I don't know shit. Let's talk to someone who knows.
Before June 1st, or until June 1st, he was hitting 284, 394, 524 slugging.
One of the best in the league.
That's the 14th best hitter in baseball, and he had the 5th highest WAR.
Elite.
After having a bad slide on June 1st, he's hitting 236 with a 352 on base percentage and a 368 slugging. He has a 109 WRC plus.
So they're blaming it on a slide. Now, my question is, was he wearing the oven mitt?
I don't think so.
Was he wearing the oven mitt? I just say I don't think so. It's fine.
I don't think so.
Well, what the fuck, dude? They make oven mitts for a reason, Kyle Tucker. Sliding head first. So it's been revealed. This guy's been going through it. Like, he's been hitting so bad, as Mitchell just stated, and he was getting booed by Cubs fans. The friendly confines. Oh, God.
We have a further inspection. That looks like an oven mitt.
So he was wearing an oven mitt?
And he still fractured his finger.
I would sue. I would sue the oven mitt company.
How's his hair stay like that under the helmet? That's crazy. Good hair, Kyle Tucker.
I met his financial advisor at the All-World Series in 2021, right?
Oh, I do actually remember you saying you met somebody's advisor, yeah.
It was Kyle Tucker's advisor. He told me that he might have taken the $75 million deal to stay with the Astros. Turns out he bypassed that. It was a good financial decision. He also told me he had some money in crypto. So if anyone's thinking about getting crypto or you want to tail Kyle Tucker's plays, there you go. Moving on. Turns out the guy's had a hairline fracture in his hand. I guess they had to come out. It's like, enough is enough. This guy's getting so much shit. They kind of hid the injury. They didn't want to tell anyone. Now they came out with it. But is that like the reasoning? It's not like this leaked or anything.
So he actually had his best offensive month in June, and the slide happened on June 1st. But there might be concerns that the injury has caused mechanical changes that have ended up messing him up now that his fracture is more healed up. And like this month, he's been horrible. He has a 148 batting average and a 148 slugging. I think the concern more is now that he's like healed, the mechanical adjustments that he made might have screwed him up more than the actual injury.
And has he been wearing batting gloves all year?
I believe so. I think he switched back to batting gloves with the Astros.
Yes, because he was famously a non-batting gloves guy for his whole upbringing, and then last year he switched to batting gloves. I think he struggled with batting gloves. And then in my head, I'm like, oh, the guy's he's pretzeled in the brain. If he's switching batting gloves, no BGs, no BGs, going back and forth. Usually, it's a bad sign. Bryce Harper's famous for doing it. Bryce Harper pulls it off. He goes BGs one game, no BGs another game. In the past, he's done that a bunch of times. But Kyle Tucker, the BGs conversation was going on. I guess he's BGs. If you got a fractured hand, you should go BGs, I'd say. But, who knows? Maybe
I mean, that would make a difference. The gloves are for grip. They're not for protection.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's a feel thing. Though. So, you can, if you got better grip, you don't have to hold the bat as tight. You can take less leverage off the fractured hand. So I would suggest BGs, but maybe reverse psychology. You take off the BGs. I don't know. It's up to Kyle Tucker.
Now that I'm looking at this video, it looks like his glove hand is fine, but the hand that's not wearing the oven mitt gets caught underneath his body.
Oh,
yeah, I did. You're right.
So he's got a
double oven mitt.
Yeah, and a lot of players do that. Ozuna doesn't. Ozuna double oven mitts every time. Like he's about to slide head first. I don't think Ozuna's ever slid head first.
He did last year when he stole third base.
All right, let's go.
But the oven mitt's also designed to prevent your fingers from separating from your hand, like jamming your finger on the base or getting it.
I think
up.
that's the logic behind it is the finger jamming.
But did he fracture like his hand, like in the fist of his hand in some way?
Hairline fractured in the hand is the call, right, Mitch?
Right finger.
Right finger, okay.
And it's right hand. So
that could be avoided with an oven mitt.
It
so
could,
it's
and
the
right
right
finger
hand.
is vague, but
It's the right hand that does not have the oven mitt.
The plot thickens. Get Kyle Tucker an oven mitt.
He scraped up his face.
oh.
Did you see this shit so there's this promotion that the Brewers do when they win 12 games in a row, this burger company gives out free burgers, or is it 10 games? What is the streak that
It's
they have?
12 games.
When you have 12 games in a row in Milwaukee, and they've been doing it for like 20 years. They give everybody free burgers. You can go to George Webb and get free burgers. And this year they got it, right?
This has only happened in history 2 other times. So this has been going on actually since the 40s, but I don't think Milwaukee had enough sports teams to actually make this work. But in 1987, the Brewers won the first 13 games of the season. They gave away 168,000 free burgers. And then in 2018, there was another 12-game winning streak, and they gave away 90,000 free burgers.
Everybody's going crazy for these. And the lines are insane, man.
The lines are insane.
Really, it must be a tough time in Milwaukee. You wait for 3 hours for a free burger. Listen, guys, time is money. Spend the $12 or the fuck a burger costs nowadays.
And I don't know. I've never had George Webb. So I don't know if this is like a famous, like Wisconsinites love it. But Wisconsin produced Culver's. I don't know if either of you have ever had Culver's.
No.
You're from Florida. You should know Culver's.
I've never heard of it.
Culver's.
Culver's is great. I love Culver's. And I feel like if you had to pick between Culver's and this burger here from George Webb, I have a hard time picturing justifying
Well,
George
They
Webb.
must have
Culver's-
some kind of sauce on there or something.
Is Culver's free?
Does this look like sauce?
No, it looks like the driest burger I've ever seen, actually. It actually looks like a breakfast sandwich.
Yes, I'm seeing a burger. It does not even look good. But, you don't judge a burger by its looks.
But yeah, the lines for this, let me pull up
But
for the viewers.
did you see that freaking Craig Counsell? They asked him about it. He said he never heard of George Webb burgers. But then he got caught because he's on camera eating one or talking about him like 5 years ago or something.
There is no way Council has never heard of George Webb burger.
But why would he lie about that? The guy, they asked him about George. I don't even know about it.
Wasn't he the manager in 2018?
He was the manager for yeah.
Isn't he from the area? That was like the big betrayal when he went to Chicago, wasn't it?
Yes, and I don't want to speculate because I don't have the facts in front of me, but I believe he played it like he didn't know George Webb burgers.
This line's crazy.
It's a big line, man.
I mean, this is reminiscent of Skeen's bobblehead night.
In Pittsburgh, you have a Skeens bobblehead. In Milwaukee, you got free burgers. There are a lot of different locations for this place too, and apparently they're open 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds a day, 7 days a week.
Love it, man. They love a good gimmick.
They close for 1 second a day.
I want to know how that happens and when it happens.
That's just perfect.
Lock the door. Unlock the door.
That is just your typical regional chain. They're just doing gimmicks like this, and everyone in the area loves it, man. It's why we love over here Lito's Pizza, because the pizzas are square. What's another regional chain over here? Moby Dick. I mean, they got a place named after penis in the area.
A whale.
Great Mediterranean food.
This says they're open 7 days a week and on Sundays, which is one of the 7 days.
Who knew that?
Yep. All right. Let me just send some information to a confidant, and then we can move on. All right. The information has been sent. The confidant is aware. Guardians D-backs. Now, Guardians D-backs, not the most exciting series on paper. We might not even have covered this series if it wasn't for this off-the-field drama with Ketel Marte. The Guardians have totally squandered their chances over the past week or so. They've lost series to, they lost this series to the D-backs, which is a tough look because the D-backs aren't really doing much after the deadline. But, the Guardians were on a roll. But then they lost one to the White Sox, and they lose a series to Miami, get swept by the Braves, and now they lose a series to the Diamondbacks, so they're all but eliminated over there in Cleveland. Sucks to suck. You lose one to the Diamondbacks, but the real story out of this series is a guy who plays second base for the Diamondbacks, Ketel Marte. He has been some hot water. There was an article that came out that said basically that their teammates are not happy with Ketel Marte's attitude, his dedication to the team right now. So on Friday, it was reported that teammates were grumbling about Marte. Articles say that he's asked for days off and that they were frustrated when he requested time off, specifically around the burglary of his home, which happened this year at the All-Star break, which I guess would be the most recent example. But they did cite this one example, which is batshit fucking crazy if this is real. So apparently, allegedly, teammates were upset last year when Arizona was fighting for a playoff spot and he requested a day off in the final week of the season. So it was the final week of the season. They're in the playoff hunt. They missed the playoff by one game, and he wanted a day off. This is the star player of the team, one of the star players, him and Corbin fucking Carroll. Sorry, just blanked on Mr. Carroll's last name. But him and Corbin Carroll, the 1-2 punch over there, he requested a day off the last week of the season when you're fighting for the last playoff spot. I guess they didn't give him the day off, logically, because it's like...
They did.
They gave him a day off?
Well, he didn't start. So this came a game after the Diamondbacks blew, I believe they had a 8-0 lead against the Brewers in the second to last Sunday of the year. They blew that game, and then they traveled back home, and he requested a day off. He didn't start. I believe he came in as a pinch hitter. Yeah. But they lost that game 6-3.
That is a very tough look on paper, man. His teammates apparently said he's a great player, quote, when he wants to be. Some teammates believed this departure around the All-Star break started the team's sell-off in reference to the day off before the All-Star break. So I guess he wanted a day off the day before the All-Star break, then played in the All-Star game, which was a little weird because you kind of have built-in off days going to the All-Star game.
And usually players prioritize their team rather. So like Jose Ramirez this year, he skipped the All-Star game, but continued to play with the Guardians. So
Ketel Marte played in the All-Star game.
Correct.
All right. That's weird. But there was a story that came out during the All-Star game that his house got burglarized, which result in him missing. How many games did he miss after that?
3.
So he missed 3 games after the All-Star break because his house got burglarized. It was said that he lost $400,000 worth of items in a home robbery that took place the night of the All-Star game, and he needed time to deal with it, so that's why he got some days off. But allegedly, he spent most of that time in the Dominican Republic and not in Scottsdale where the theft occurred, which I guess led to some concerns, like what do you need to do to deal with this burglary? And if you need to do things to deal with the burglary, why aren't you where the burglary happened and then in the Dominican Republic instead? Torey Lovullo, this is a bad quote coming out of him. I'm going to guess this might be taken out of context a little bit. Says, but the manager of the team says, quote, "I don't know what's happening inside of our clubhouse."
That's your one job, dude.
Yeah, I just don't know if that has to be taken out of context to some extent. I have no idea what's going on in the clubhouse. Fuck, I know. Who cares? I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know what's going on in there.
I think it's more of like I don't even know what's going on in the clubhouse. Like a frustration. Like I should know and I don't because the players are making it crazy.
Either way, a bad thing to say.
Probably the worst quote you could have as a manager.
Yeah. Almost bad as Mr. freaking Davey Martinez on the Nats, who said, "You can't blame the coaching. No matter what, you can't blame the coaching."
How well did that work out for Davey?
He got fired a month later. So I don't think they're going to fire Torey Lovullo. He seems to be a beloved guy. He made it to the World Series 2 years ago. But who knows? I mean, this is the second disappointing year in a row for the Diamondbacks, and they just sold off. So we'll see what happens moving forward. Anyway, according to Arizona Sports, which what the fuck is Arizona Sports? But according to Arizona Sports, I'm guessing Arizona Sports Network or something. Marte was supposed to travel with Suarez and Carroll from the All-Star game, but decided to take a vacation in the Dominican Republic, quote, knowing he would miss a game or two. And he didn't know about the burglary until after he was in the DR. So I guess he had planned to go from the All-Star game back to the DR instead of Arizona so he could take a couple more days off and then use the burglary as an excuse to take more days off, when in reality he just wanted a couple days off to chill, bro, which a lot of teammates aren't going to like, because this ain't about chilling. This is about winning, man. You got to win, then you can chill. You got to work hard, play hard. You can't just play hard sometimes and then, can't just work hard sometimes and then play. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got to work hard, play hard. You can't be going to the DR when you're supposed to be in Arizona. I get it can be tempting. I mean, there's a lot of great things going in the Dominican Republic. But anyway, one anonymous teammate said it was, quote, especially disrespectful to the players who live in Arizona, like Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, Randall Grichuk, and Shelby Miller. 3 of the 4 players were traded. So it sucks, man. It sucks because they traded all these players, and if they feel like, Marte allegedly didn't care enough to even try to win for him, because if they would have won, they could have kept all these guys. Now they're traded because they lost, and the star players should play for the team. I mean, they paid him a lot of money, right? This guy's on the team for a long time. This is a 3-time All-Star, an NLCS MVP, Silver Slugger winner, top 5 in MVP voting twice, finished 3rd in MVP last season. He's been on the IL 6 times since 2020. Now there's questions there. Did he really get injured, or is he just wanting to go to the beach back home?
His hamstring feels a little tight, IL stint, allegedly.
And I've heard this before. I mean, there was a few weeks ago where some radio announcer in Arizona was saying, like, Ketel Marte is the problem. Ketel Marte doesn't show up for his team, blah, blah, blah. And he got a bunch of shit because none of this came out yet. But this is obviously a thing behind the scenes. Some players feel this way. I don't think this kind of report comes out unless a lot of guys are telling the guy, yo, this is a thing. Now, Bob Nightingale reports that the Diamondbacks are open to trading Marte, that they're listening on offers, and the worst-kept secret in the Arizona Diamondbacks organization is out. So that's tough. So it sounds like maybe they thought this guy was a problem beforehand, trying to cut bait. Now it's going to be tougher to cut bait because they know they want to cut bait.
I have an alternative theory for why he went to the DR.
Okay. Stem cells.
What if someone broke into his house, stole $400,000 worth of items from his home during the All-Star game, and they were from the DR, and he heard about him, and he said, I have a special set of skills, and he went to the DR to fucking take back what is rightfully his.
You mean like a John Wick type situation?
More of like a Taken situation.
Okay. I never seen that movie.
Taken, he's going to get something back. His daughter, in this case. John Wick, they killed his dog, and it was more of seeking vengeance.
Okay. So he went to go get his belongings back in the DR. Now, that's a good theory, but my thinking brain says if you were from the DR, why would you go to Arizona to steal his shit if you know he has property in Dominican Republic, knowing he's going to be in the, you could steal from that house.
Keeps his best shit at his house in the States. I wouldn't keep $400,000 worth of shit in my home in the DR that I'm not at. You know what I mean?
It's true. Well, we're going to wait for that. We're going to do some extra reporting and get to the bottom of this. Because if it was a John Wick situation, I think you got to give him a pass. Like, if you're going to go vengeful killing, that's kind of a good excuse to miss a couple games. Especially if it's $400K in the line. Either way, I mean, they had some guys stick up for him. Who stuck up for him? Perdomo said, what was the quote? I'm missing the quote from
You guys have to stop whoever's saying the shit in the media, please. We just want to play baseball.
So he stuck up for him. Anyone else come out and stick up for him?
I think Lavella said something where it's just like, we're trying to play baseball. But Marte apologized for the absence, too.
Yeah, so he did take a little bit of responsibility, saying that a lot of this is, I think he said, he expected to return following the break, but was, quote, frustrated in a bad spot after he learned his residence had been burglarized after the break. So, I mean, it sounds to him that there wasn't really anything to deal with. It was just annoying, and he didn't feel like playing. He was emotionally distraught. Someone took something from me. And, you know, you got to take mental health seriously, don't you?
Yeah.
It's crazy because Marte, I feel like, had the most sympathy ever by any player because of the situation in Chicago where the guy called out his mom and was crying on the field, and everyone felt so bad for him, and like he seemed like a nice guy, I guess. And ever since then, it's kind of just been bad news after bad news.
Yeah. On Sunday, there was another report that said Ketel Marte hasn't had any issues with teammates in Arizona or anything like that. The D-backs also aren't planning on listening to trade offers at this time.
Yeah. I think there's just too much smoke, bro. I think this is, I believe these reports, and I do believe that there's some things going around. This is not the first time I've even heard of this. I heard it on the Arizona radio show. I think if you're around that organization, you got sources, this is something that has been a thing. This doesn't just come out of nowhere. I mean, who's trying to vengefully spite Ketel Marte that much? We're like, I'm just going to make up a story. Everybody hates him. Kind of doubt it, man. Guy, you know, a lot of these athletes are a little pampered, they say. Big shots. And this is a long season. I could see people wanting a break. And if you got $100 million and you're with the team forever, you got really nothing left to prove. I mean, they extended him like twice, right? Like, he's there for the long run.
He's owed $103 million after this year, and he's signed through 2030, and he has a player option for 2031.
Yeah, so, you know, it's not like he has to be there every single day proving to everybody that he's such a good guy and a trooper. Like, he's wrapped up the money. That's not the number one priority. So I can see this being a thing. So it's very disappointing if you're a Diamondbacks fan, okay? Because 2 years ago, you guys were in the World Series. Last year, you missed the playoff by one game. Star player wants to sit out. Now this season you have to trade half the team because you underperformed after you spent all this money getting pitchers who haven't worked out. Montgomery, Eduardo Rodriguez, and Corbin Burns, all three of them are either hurt, not on the team anymore, or pitching badly. And those were three big name guys that you signed. So we'll give you a boo. It could be worse. You could be the Rockies, I guess.
Do you think Marte went fishing in the DR?
Yes. And honestly, if that was the case, I'd give him a pass because there's nothing better than fishing.
How do you think he arranged that trip?
I'm not sure, but if I was him, if I was trying to go fish in the DR, I'd hit up fishing Booker, baby. Perfect for the offseason, okay? Listen, I know we're laser focused on MLB action right now. We got games every day. But let's be real. When the season ends and it winds down, everyone needs a little reset. You want to go fishing. Fishing, one of the chillest things you can do on earth. I mean, it is murdering a living thing.
Not necessarily.
It is not murder because you could throw it back.
You could throw it back depending on the fish.
Yeah. So for the fish, it's not chill. It's definitely not chill to get caught by a hook, and maybe I shouldn't say that. Listen.
No, I mean it's probably absolute chaos for the fish. Yes, that's true.
But you throw them back, it's nice, or you kick them and eat them. Like this, it's what happened. You know what I'm saying? We all know if
They might love it.
You never know. It's a fun time. They're probably bored a lot of times, so you want to give them a thrill. But that's where Fishing Booker comes in. Easiest way to book a private fishing trip, whether it's a quick getaway or a bucket list adventure. You choose your location, dates, preferences. They take care of the rest. No gear, no problem. No experience, even better. These trips are guided by pros, all right? You can go solo, bring a buddy, make it a family thing, whatever you want. Plus, with options around the U.S. and beyond, you don't have to fly halfway around the world to have a story-worthy experience. Go to fishingbooker.com, baby. I mean, they got these people everywhere. I mean, wherever you're at,
54 fishing trips available in the DR.
What? Damn.
54.
So, hey, I mean, that's the bad thing about fishing, man. You got to know the spots. You go to a new place, you don't know the spots, you might be a good fish, but they'll show you the spots. They'll show you what kind of fish they got, the kind of bait you got, the kind of hook you need, the kind of line you need, all that thing so you can catch a slob, baby. Go to fishingbooker.com. Check out some of the trips. They've got something for everyone. Man, we got to catch a slob, baby. We should catch a slob.
Fishing Booker, we're trying to go on a fishing trip.
I would love to go. I mean, right on the Potomac, going upriver, downstream.
Their choice. Wherever we can catch the biggest fish, wherever the fish need it because they're bored.
Have you seen these fish that they're catching out of the Potomac? This got on my radar a few years ago, but there's this guy on Instagram. What is his name? Ernie this. Well, they got Chunky. Chunky's the good guy at the Potomac. He's got his own cove. Chunky catches the big ones. But Ernie the hog snatcher. I need you guys to tap in with Ernie. This guy catches slobs, big-ass slobs. Big-ass catfish, the Potomac.
They look like hippos, bro.
And you're telling me, we got to collab with Ernie the hog snatcher. We got to get him on fishingbooker.com. Because if I could get this guy and book a trip with him through Fishing Booker, that would be a dream come true. But I know the ad's dumb, but go to fishingbooker.com and or go to Ernie the Hog Snatcher on Instagram and catch and see the slobs he's catching.
Ernie _the_hog _snatcher.
And this is the type of thing these guys on fishingbooker.com could show you. They could catch one of these willy-nilly. They'll show you how to do it, where to go, all that good shit. I mean, damn, man. You catch yourself a slob, baby.
What kind of bait you think you use to catch a fish like that? Just a different fish?
They use eels.
No, they don't really?
Yeah, he uses eels. He cuts them up. They sell eels at Asian supermarkets around here. They're expensive as shit. I've seen people use full-ass chickens to catch them. Chunky catches some big ones in there, some big catfish. Some slobs, baby. Go out and catch yourself a slob on fishingbooker.com. Damn, I wish we had a series. Oh, the Marlins. We could talk about the Marlins now. Perfect segue. They lost the series to the Cardinals. Damn.
Ouch.
Fuck. Well, better luck next series. Anyway, the Tigers and Astros, man. We teased it earlier, but the Tigers, man. I was down on the Tigers. I'm not going to lie, man. We have a negative light about the Tigers recently because they got off to such that hot start. Everyone was head over heels over the Tigers, and it kind of felt like, well, maybe they just got hot and they're kind of, petering out. But, baby, they back. Give me the stats on these guys. Other than Javi Baez has been terrible. That's the first.
I mean, their all-stars the second half have been horrible. Baez hasn't drawn a single walk since June 24th. He's the 27th worst qualified hit, or not qualified. He hasn't hit enough. 27th worst hitter with at least 70 plate appearances. Zach McKinstry has a 163 batting average since the All-Star break. Riley Green has a 200 batting average since the All-Star break. But they just get it done. Against the Astros, they shut the Astros out both games, or the first two games, and then the first 3 innings in Game 3. They scored 6 runs off of Framber Valdez in Game 3. Charlie Morton got Jesus Sanchez swinging on a pitch that hit him in the knee. And yeah, they just dominated the Astros. Torkelson has been doing pretty decently. Kerry Carpenter has been carrying the Tigers. I think he has a 180 WRC plus in the second half. So I'm back on the Tigers. I was a little down on them, but now that the Guardians are losing, the Royals aren't winning quite enough. I think they are definitively going to take this division.
Yeah, there's really no competitors over there. I mean, they have the Tigers have the best record in MLB right now, or the best record in the AL. There's no way they have the best record in MLB. They got the best record.
Second best in MLB.
So, second best in MLB, 10-game lead over the Royals. I'd say it's about all she wrote for the Royals and the Guardians, at least in the division. I mean, the Royals still only 2.5 games back of a playoff spot for a wild card, and the Guardians are 3 games back. But a 10-game lead for the Tigers. And they sweep the freaking Astros, which sucks for the Astros. I mean, they're still in a heated battle with the Mariners. I mean, do I have to say it? But when are these guys going to get healthy, man? Don't tell me they had another injury during this series.
I don't think so. Oh, no. Yeah, they did.
Nice.
Taylor Trammell. He got injured diving for a ball in the outfield.
Man, the guys they got in to replace the injured guys are getting injured now.
They're going to have a 26-man roster of injured players.
Well, it could be worse. You could have a 23-man roster of injured players. At least they got 26 and not 23.
They could just have a rehab team.
Yeah. And then you got Carlos Correa on the squad, and he's bound to get hurt eventually. So we're still waiting for everybody to get healthy on the Astros. Then it's time to go. I mean, they're still in first place, so I guess you can be happy about that. You don't like getting swept. And Yordan Alvarez is coming back soon.
He is rehabbing. The Astros need the offense. Aside from a 31-inning scoreless streak, they went an 8-game span scoring just 12 runs.
Yeah, how long did they go without scoring?
31 innings.
And Dubon hit a bomb. That's funny that Dubon was the guy who broke it.
And then they didn't score the rest of the game. Hey. So that's their offense. They have been outscored since last Wednesday, 56-12.
Ooh. Any update on Josh Hader? No, I guess we had the update.
We had the update.
So, he's out for the regular season. They're hoping he can pitch in the playoffs, but that is terrible for the Astros. That is one of the worst injuries, I think, for any team. Because, I don't know, I mean, the rotation's getting healthier, but Josh Hader, I mean, that's the highest paid reliever of all time. Come the playoffs, that's a guy that you need to be lights out. If you're not going to have him for the playoffs, or if he's going to be like half playoffs, half hurt in the playoffs and less effective, that could be a problem. He's had 48 games and 28 saves. Are they putting him in for non-save opportunities? Like a lot? 20 games he's pitched without getting a save? So I guess they're letting... That's weird.
He's gone multiple innings a few times, it looks like. Because he has 52.2 innings pitched.
Yep, he lifted that exemption. He'll do it for the Astros.
Once he got paid.
But I guess... my question is how are the boys back from the IL pitching, though? You had Christian Javier, who left a game early, right?
Because he was sick.
I mean, he's pitched 2 games, so not a lot on him. I mean, he's got 3.38 ERA, pretty good, but only 2 games. And then who was the other guy they got off?
I was thinking Luis Garcia, but he hasn't come back yet.
He hasn't pitched a game yet?
No, he's still on his rehab assignment.
Okay. So Luis Garcia is coming in. The reinforcements are coming. Sucks to get swept, but the reinforcements are on their way for the Astros. No need to fear. Luis Garcia is here. You know what a team I love is the Baltimore Orioles, Mero, because they keep just ruining people's dreams. They beat the Astros last week. They also beat the Mariners last week. That's 2 series in a row. And then they just swept the Boston Red Sox, granted 2-game series. But just embarrassed the Red Sox at home. And the fucking Orioles, 3rd in starting pitching ERA since the All-Star break. How the hell did that happen?
That really surprised me. I had to dig into that. Your boy Tomoyuki Sagano, 2.53 ERA in 6 starts. Dean Kramer has a 3.23 ERA. And Trevor Rogers has a 1.32 ERA.
What about Brandon Young with the near perfect game?
It's like a 3.78
Okay.
ERA. That 1 8-inning outing really lowered it for him.
So Cade Povich and Dean Kramer haven't. Okay, well, Dean Kramer's been amazing.
Yeah,
You just
20,
you named it. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, Dean Kramer and Cade Povich, two guys that, a lot of people would say during the season probably didn't even deserve to be major league pitchers. Turned it around a little bit. At least one of them. I don't know about Cade. Cade was a Savannah banana. I do know that about Cade. But the fucking Orioles, 6 out of 7 games, man. All right. But Felix Bautista is the bad news. Felix Bautista, who was one of the best closers in baseball 2 years ago, was his breakout year. I mean, yeah, he made the league at 27. A late bloomer, but was lights out in his first season, 2022. And then his second season was 11th in Cy Young as a reliever, which is very rare. Then went down with Tommy John, so he missed all of 2024. And then there was talks this season about trading him, but I guess the Orioles thought, we don't want to trade him. We're still trying to win next year. We don't want to trade our best closer. But he goes down with a major injury, right? He's out for the next season, right?
He's expected to miss 12 months.
Oh
so
God.
At the very earliest, he's going to be back next August. And he has a torn rotator cuff and torn labrum in his right shoulder.
Oh, my word. Yep, that's tough if you're an Orioles fan. That's tough. That's tough. But hey, man, on the bright side, the Orioles are playing better. They're like our Braves, right? Turning it around.
When it doesn't matter.
When it doesn't matter. They're 5th in runs since the All-Star break, 3rd in starting pitching ERA since the All-Star break.
They finally called up their top prospect, Samuel, Basayo.
Okay.
And there's a commenter, Jack, who really wanted you to acknowledge him.
Just acknowledge that human exists.
I think so.
Say his name.
Samuel Basayo. Basalo or Basayo. There he is. A lot of feedback on my mic. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, you are the producer. That's your problem. It's your fault.
Okay. So anyway.
Yeah, you just turn the podcast off because you're the producer. You're like, well, I'm the producer. And you press the button. Like I was doing like a joke. Like you criticize Jack, but since you're the producer, you could just end the pod anytime you want.
I could, yeah.
You're the shot caller. I said I was a shot caller before the pod, and Jack almost fucking said, "I'll beat you the fuck out of you, you fucking pussy." I wish the cameras were on.
Joey was getting a little yappy, dude. He was chirping at me, and
He plays so nice when
I live like Tommy Pham. That's how I live my life.
Yeah.
We almost needed to create an HR.
I'm the HR because I'm the shot caller, and anything I do goes. You hear that? I'm just highlighting some guys on the Orioles who I really like this year. And the number one guy I really like, all their good offensive players are not on the team anymore. Like any guy other than Gunnar Henderson, who was having a good offensive year, got traded. I mean, Cedric Mullins was having an average year, he got traded. Ramon Laureano was their best hitter this year. He's in San Diego with his other best hitter, Ryan O'Hearn. He's in San Diego. And then Jordan Westberg's had a good year. He's only played 73 games, though. Next year is going to be the year for the Orioles. And the Red Sox, what's going on with them? Have you totally lost faith in them? Like, I weirdly have started rooting against the Red Sox.
No, I have too. I think I just can't reward bad process. Like, I think Breslow is a pretty smart GM in terms of how he wants to build a team, but he has no savvy, and it bothers me. So I root against the Red Sox.
What do you mean his savvy? Like his?
He just has no tact. He's not very tactful. He just doesn't like Devers, so he trades him immediately instead of building a competitive trade.
But hey, okay. But I mean, turns out that might have been a good trade. How do you rate the Devers trade now? Do you just think they wanted? You wish you could have got more for him?
I mean, right now the only guy left is Hicks has been bad. Harrison's still in the org, but they traded the James Tibbs III to the Dodgers, and I guess Dustin May's done fairly well. Let me make sure before I confirm that. But
But that wasn't for Devers.
Tibbs, who was acquired in the Devers deal, was traded for
Gotcha,
Dustin May.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Dustin May has a 2.87 ERA.
Gotcha.
It almost feels like a lose-lose.
A red hair for the Red Sox. What is the lose-lose? Trading Tibbs for Dustin
Trading
May?
Devers in the deal that they got. I think it opened up a lot of positional flexibility for the Red Sox, but just the return wasn't great. And then the Giants kind of went all in too early.
I mean, the real reason you can justify that trade with the package they got back for it is that you save money because now you don't have to pay Devers for like 8 more years to be a DH only, which is good long term, probably smart because you wouldn't have paid him knowing he'd only be a DH, but he's only going to be a DH because you kind of made him be a DH.
He has positive 1 out above average at first base this year.
I'm sure he's going to be a fine first baseman. I mean, he looks really bad in his first few games, but I think the guy's never played first base before. In my head, if you played third base in MLB level, even if, Devers was like the worst qualified third baseman ever, but you could figure out first base. I think he'll be fine at first base. But he wasn't willing to play first base for the Red Sox, so that's not the issue. The thing is like the Red Sox kind of traded him to save money long term when I just don't feel like the Red Sox should be an organization making moves to save money. They're playing like broke bitches. And I don't respect that out of an organization like the Red Sox. You know?
I think we grew up in the rarest era of the Red Sox where they were spending a ton of money. And now that era seems to be over. So we got really accustomed to the Red Sox being on the same plane as like the Dodgers and the Yankees when it comes to spending money. And now they no longer want to do that.
Yeah. And it's sad, but that's the life we live in. And the big, bad Yankees, they continue to spend. And it's actually working out recently. They just swept Jack's Rays. Second half stats aren't great as a whole. I mean, the pitching has been bad, but we got a guy like Giancarlo Stanton going off for the boys.
He has been insanely good.
Because you put him in the field. He's a fielder. You put the guy in the field. He's more stimulated in the outfield. Now he can hit a bomb. He's got a 290 WRC plus 6 home runs in August. Just 43 plate appearances.
That was also before he hit 3 home runs in a 2-game series.
So you're telling me he has 9 home runs in August?
Yes.
All
he has
right.
15 home runs for this season. He's played 46 games.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always underrated because he never plays. But like Giancarlo Stanton, when he plays, is consistently good. He can't play, he can't run, he can't field. But when he can play, but not a lot. But he can't run, definitely can't run. He can't field, but he's fielding right now. But when he plays, boy,
he might. Could you imagine Giancarlo Stanton with Barry Bonds steroids? I think he'd be better than Barry Bonds. Like, as a 35-year-old right now, with a dude who had no elbows to start the year, he has a 183 WRC plus.
That's assuming that he's not already on Barry Bonds steroids. And I'm not trying to pull a Tommy Pham, but the guy's body's breaking down faster than... You ever see a video of Ronnie Coleman walking around?
Yeah.
That could be Giancarlo
Even
Stanton.
John Cena lately?
No, John Cena's jacked and strong.
Yeah, but when he walks around, he looks like weird.
Interesting. I don't think Giancarlo Stanton's on steroids, but if he was,
I think he'd be better than Barry Bonds.
but it's like, I'm not a steroid expert, but if you look at, Barry Bonds is Barry Bonds bigger than Giancarlo Stanton though? It's almost like, and I guess the argument is like, well, steroids is better for other things too, other than just having massive muscles and strength. Like it's good for recovery and stuff, but I'm not sure if the steroids that Barry Bonds was on, that D-ball shit, old school bodybuilding type steroids, were really good for like longevity and staying healthy. I could be wrong.
It did help him have career years at like 38.
Oh, yeah. But do you think that kind of steroid prevents injuries, is my question. Like, obviously shit like HGH, the peptides that people are using because they don't even test for them, that will keep you on the field. But like those old Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa type steroids, I could be
Just
wrong.
power.
I'm not sure if those keep you healthy or not. And I don't even know why I'm saying this right now, but That's what I'm saying. I don't even remember what my original point is.
Stanton is just out of his mind good.
Stanton's very good, and Stanton is jacked. And, what else is there left in life? If you're good and you're jacked, the fuck else? I mean, that's the two most important things in life, being good, being jacked. If you're good and you're jacked, everything else falls into place. So, John Carlos Stanton, 2 thumbs up for me. You're good, you're jacked, I'll fuck with you. Aaron Judge, he's jacked. Not as jacked. He's good, but he's hurt. According to Aaron Boone, he might never throw again.
According to Judge, he's like, what?
Yeah. So they're beefing in the media right now. At least that's what the quote makes it sound like, which they definitely are not beefing in the media. I bet Aaron Boone and Judge have a very good relationship. But what was that exact quote that, or just you could paraphrase. What did Aaron Boone say?
I don't think we're going to see him back to throwing like he normally does at any point this year, Boone said. We got to feel like he can go out there and be able to protect himself and represent himself. But then, like, a couple hours later, Judge was like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
He hasn't even seen me throw.
He's like, I don't know. He doesn't know what he's talking about, right? He said?
Something like that.
I don't know why he said that. I'll definitely be throwing. I mean, Aaron Judge, my prediction was I didn't think Aaron Judge was going to come back good. I thought my inclination was to think that he probably rushed himself back because the Yankees were playing so bad. And as the captain of the Yankees was like, I need to be there for the guys. Aaron Judge, team player, we all know that Judge is going to be out there with the guys. He's not a Ketel Marte type, all right? He's the captain. But the opposite happened. He's been hot since getting back. I think he struggled for like the first 3 games, but he's hit a bunch of bombs.
He has 3 homers since he came back. He has a 868 OPS, which means that his OPS has dropped like 30 points since coming back. Could you imagine having an 868 OPS and your OPS drops that much in like a 5-game span?
Yeah, I could imagine that for me. For other people, that's not that great. But Judge is hitting well, and the Yankees are doing well. I mean, what happened? You bring Aaron Judge back. Who knows? That actually helped the Yankees a lot. Yankees are what kind of streak are they on right now? Give me a little snapshot.
In their last 10 games, they're 8-2. They have a
Love it.
5-game winning streak, and they are back in second place.
I love it. Oh,
Firmly back in second place.
love it. Only 4 games back of the Canadians.
They hit 14 home runs in 2 games against the Rays.
Interesting.
That was like an MLB record. Stanton hit 3. Belly, Grisham, Caballero, and Wells hit 2.
Was it in Steinbrenner?
It was. So it was
what's that,
practically
like-
a home game.
Like a 40-foot home run?
There were some short home runs probably, but the Rays didn't hit 14 home runs.
I'm pretty
in 2
sure
games.
is Steinbrenner Field shorter than Yankee Stadium?
Gotta be.
They're like minuscule differences, but they're mostly the same size.
You'd be surprised, Jack, but minor league stadiums are actually bigger or the same size as major league stadiums in terms of the length, the distance from the plate to the fence. It's actually the crowd size that will be smaller in the minor leagues. So he's thinking like casual guys, like, oh, they're the minors, so they must bring the fence in like they're little leaguers or like girls. But that's actually not the case.
That is what I would have assumed.
Yeah. Fun fact, minor league stadiums, I'd guess on average, are bigger than major league stadiums.
Do you think there's a minor league stadium out there that just has like polo grounds to dead center?
Yeah. I mean, how many? There's 30 times 3, at least 90, probably over 100 minor league stadiums in this country.
One of them has to be 450 to dead center.
If you include independent leagues, there's got to be like 150 to 200 minor league stadiums. There are probably some big stadiums, some big ass polo ground dimensions. I love, dude. They won't stop putting Devin Williams in high leverage situations. They do not give a fuck what Clint Frazier says on Twitter and Instagram about how analytics department is going crazy. They keep doing it. But they bring him in the 10th in game 2 and gets the save. So good shit. I mean, that is a very high leverage situation. I don't know what their lead was, but
It was a 3-run lead.
All right.
He allowed the ghost runner to score, but it was an unearned run. He hasn't allowed an earned run in 5 games.
I find
So he's basically matched that streak that he had.
Let's go. I would not be surprised. I have not given up on Devin Williams. I mean, we've seen closers and relievers have bad seasons and go through. I mean, it's the most, what is the word? Volatile position in baseball, where a guy can just be the best closer in the world, and then for 3 months, he's fucking dog shit. I would not be surprised if this guy goes in the playoffs and is lights out in the playoffs.
I feel like with relievers, if you have 2 or 3 bad outings, kind of ruins your whole season.
Yeah, it does. I mean, he's had more than that, though.
I mean, he's had like 12. But like, in general, think about a guy like Russell. Why am I having a hard time saying this? Raisel Iglesias of Raciel, who was terrible for what, 3 months, and now he's one of the best closers in baseball over the last 2 months.
Yeah, and he got the save against the White Sox, 2 in a row against the White Sox. The Braves won 2 out of 3 against the White Sox. And let me tell you something. Game 2 was a great game. I mean, the boys didn't get off to a great start. I mean, we started Bryce Elder, and I'm sure Bryce Elder's good at other things. But when it comes to pitching, he's just not doing that great, right? You know, he could probably fish, hunt, or something like that. But when it comes to pitching against the White Sox, he got fucking shelled. Braves were getting killed by the White Sox, but luckily we got Michael Harris, who's the best hitter in baseball all of a sudden. The guy was literally the worst hitter in the league, literally, for like the first 3 months of the league year. Now, the past month, it's got to be number 1.
He's third.
Third best hitter in the past month?
He's behind Ohtani and Kurtz.
And Profar. Profar's also been fire.
You think he's starting to juice again?
I hope he is. I hope he is, man. Strider gets shelled in game 1, though. Gave up 7 runs to the White Sox. This is actually starting to get a little concerning.
Yeah, very concerning. He has a 15.43 ERA in his last 3 starts.
Wow. 15.43.
5.4 homer per 9.
And it's like, what is the issue with him? The velocity?
The velocity is higher than it was in his previous 14 starts. So he started off pretty badly when he came off the IL. His first 5 starts, he had a 5.40 ERA. And then his next 9 starts, he has a 2.91 ERA. He's kind of looking like Strider of old. He has 11.62 K per 9. He's not giving up many homers. And then recently, I think he's given up 7 homers in his last 3 starts.
So how are we going to fix this with Strider? Is he ever going to be a good pitcher again?
I think he'll be good again. It's just, if you look at his arm angle, there probably is some stuff that he's trying to get back. He used to have a very high arm angle release point when he was dominating, and that's lowered off a bit. And I'm wondering if he's been trying to get that arm angle back to where it was, and now it's just hitters are seeing the ball too clearly.
Well, I'm not pitching ninja over here, but like the guy used to throw 99 miles per hour consistently, right down the fucking dick. No one could touch it. High spin rate fastball. He got his second Tommy John. He's throwing a good 3 miles per hour slower, 4 miles per hour slower.
He's throwing about 1.5 miles an hour slower compared to 2023. His 2022 was insane when it comes to velocity, but no, he's down to 2 miles an hour from 2023.
Yes, and it's a guy who really has only 2 pitches that he throws, and when he was really good, had only 2 pitches, fastball, slider. Now, he has a curveball that he throws 6.5% of the time and a changeup that he's thrown 3.4% of the time, but he's not throwing them a lot. So it's a guy who you can really just wait on 2 pitches, and one of those pitches that used to be one of the best pitches in baseball is no longer this best pitch in the baseball, so do the math. I think, again, I'm not pitching ninja, but it seems like the guy needs to develop a new pitch.
Up until recently, his slider was still pretty good. I did an article on this recently. He had a positive run value on the slider. Like, it was carrying his stat line. Obviously, that has changed. His slider's been getting crushed as well as his fastball. But overall, I think it's just a matter of he's trying to tinker with his stuff, and he can't figure it out on the fly. He said as much in one of his post-game interviews where he's like, the time between starts is just too small to make the immediate adjustment.
Uh-oh. Breaking news. Braves have claimed Cal Quantrill off waivers. We got Cal Quantrill. We took your pitcher from the Marlins. Eat shit, Jack.
How do you feel, Jack?
Never heard of him.
Pussy. Good luck trying to win without Cal Quantrill, baby. I thought he was on the Rockies. I'm getting him and Gomber mixed up.
Quantrill was on the Rockies last year.
Oh my God! Guess where he's from?
Where?
Canada.
Oh yeah.
Something's happening, bro. They're trying to tell us something. All right, we'll count Quantrill for the Braves. Welcome to the squad, baby. Welcome to the squad, baby. Another team that I want to just throw off a bridge and say, why do you do this to me, is the Rangers, man. What is going on, bro? Like,
you believed in them.
I believed in them. They're my team of the second half, and they're 2-8 in their last 10. They just lost the series to the Royals. I mean, the Royals, maybe it's time to look at the Royals as legit contenders. Do the Royals have a shot right now, 2.5 games back of a wild card spot? They've been, their offense has actually been hitting well this year, which shocks the shit. Not this year, but since the second half, 6 runs. The Royals
Shocked me.
Like, we're 3 games over 500 right now. I was kind of confused of why they didn't sell at the deadline. Then Mitchell made some great points about how, like, they're really just playing their division. Like, everyone else sold. I mean, the Guardians sold and lost a guy to betting, and then the Twins sold literally half the team. That they actually have a shot. They're playing a lot of in-division games in a very bad division. And you're right. I mean, they haven't been killing it in the second half. What is their record in the second half? Do you know?
I'm looking that up right now.
But here they are in second place. They've surpassed the Guardians, and they are 2.5 games back of the Seattle Mariners for the last wild card spot.
They are... As soon as I started to speak, I got the longest loading page ever. They're 18-12 in the second half. And their offense, yeah, Vinny Pasquantino has turned it around.
Like,
I think that's been the biggest difference between the first and the second half. Is the first, I want to say 2 months of the year, he was one of the worst hitters in baseball. And since then, he has been mostly well above average. In the second half, he only has like a 130 WRC plus, but before, like when the Braves played the Royals, he was crushing them. For the season, he's 13% above league average, but at one point he was 70% or 30% below league average. And that's a big turnaround.
and he's
2 months.
Italian.
And he's Ohtani's least favorite player, apparently.
Why is that?
Ohtani's thrown 2 of his hardest pitches against Pasquantino.
Ooh. Just wait till they get Jack Gaglione back from the IL.
He's rehabbing, and I just saw an article where the Royals aren't sure what to do with him. Whether or not to bring him back or just keep him in the minors.
Bring him to the show, baby. The guy's got like a 13,000 OPS in the minors. Okay, and then, yeah, he's a negative 13,000 OPS in the majors, but we want to see the big boys in the big leagues. But the Royals got a shot. I mean, the Royals, they got their playoff odds to 21%. Pretty good.
That seems very high.
Pretty good. Only 2.5 games back, bro. 2.5 games back. And I bet they got a pretty weak schedule. Because they're going to be playing a lot of division games down the stretch in the division. I mean, they got to go to Detroit. Then they're playing the White Sox, back to Detroit. Then LA, Minnesota, Cleveland, Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Not the easiest schedule, but Detroit back-to-back, pretty close. Like, this could be a make or break.
I mean, 2 series against the Angels, and it really comes down to which Angels are you getting to play.
Hey, well, fuck, dude. If they got 6 games in the next week against the Tigers. If they win all 6.
If they win all 6.
They win all 6, Mitch.
They got a 4-game series against the Guardians in September.
Don't count my Royals out. They got great powder blue colors, and I love that. Speaking of blue, the Dodgers. the Dodgers right now are they're in a battle for their lives against the Rockies. Like, this is a 4-game series, but they're lucky because they're about to lose a game. They're about to lose a series to the Rockies, and they might today. And I think the game just started right now. We'll see. Ohtani's not playing today. They got a rest day. Ohtani got hurt last night at the start. Ohtani's ERA, the guy's mid now. I hate to say it, but look at his stats. 2 bad starts in a row for Ohtani. The guy gave up how many runs against the...
5.
5 runs against the Rockies. It was in Coors, so, all right. I mean, I didn't see the starts. I didn't see what was wrong. I see he didn't have any walks. He just gave up some hits and some runs against the Rockies. The Rockies, though, playing well. I mean, 6 of their last 8 games, and 2 of them against the Dodgers. So, hey, watch out for the Rockies. Definitely not the worst team of all time anymore. They were the worst team of all time, on pace to be, but now they're only on pace to lose 115 games, I was told.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
This hot streak has kind of ruined their chance of being the worst team in baseball history.
Rockies got hot at a perfect time, just when the Dodgers get in town. I mean, the Dodgers came off a sweep of the Padres. High and mighty, like, we just slapped the Padres in the face, retook the division. Now we're going to play the worst team in baseball. Like, this is perfect. And you lose 2 out of the first 3 games. 1 with Ohtani on the mound. And what was the first? Who started the first game?
The first game was started by Yamamoto.
Oh, and that was the Teoscar Hernandez game. I mean,
they wanted to kill him.
They want that guy off the team. Out of nowhere. I thought Teoscar was a beloved Dodgers, but apparently he's bad at defense and he cost them the game.
And yeah, and then everyone's trying to get Mookie back in right field because they don't want Teoscar to play anymore.
Yeah, 2 tough plays, I think, kind of cost them the game. It wasn't like he missed a fly ball. It was just balls he didn't have the...
There was a fly ball that had, I think, 30% or 99% catch probability, and it dropped and runs scored on it. But it's not like he made an error.
Yeah. Just maybe not as spry as Mookie Betts out there. But what do you want to do? Put Miguel Rojas at short? Like, come on. This team is constructed to have Mookie Betts at short and Teoscar Hernandez in right. And that's what needs to happen. I mean, second half, this Dodgers team is actually really good. 4th in ERA, 5th in starting pitching ERA, 7th in offense. But they were 5-5 while being top 10 in offense and in pitching. So maybe a little unlucky for the Dodgers. And Ohtani's been the best hitter this month, I guess, in August.
In the second half.
Fire. Yeah, doesn't surprise me. Ohtani-san is pretty freaking good. On the mound, not so much. Guy got hurt yesterday. Is there a reason to be concerned?
No.
I mean, Orlando Arcia hit him with like a freaking... First of all, to go up a hit to Orlando Arcia when you're Shohei Ohtani, it's not great. I mean, it's pretty surprising. But he not only got a hit off Ohtani, drove in a run against Ohtani, he freaking nailed him in the shin like Mitchell, pitching in slow pitch.
I still have a contusion.
I see it. You're letting that thing breathe, baby. The bandage is off.
Bandage is off. I can walk normally again.
Well,
yeah, Ohtani and me gonna have a big welt.
So you can speak on this. You've dealt with this injury yourself. What's your expectation moving forward for Ohtani?
So he got hit on the thigh, so a little more meat. I think even if he's hurt, he's gonna just play through it.
Well, they took him out of the game.
They were down. When he got pinch hit for, they were already down by 7 runs.
Okay. And they had a scheduled off day for him today before the injury. They're trying to keep him fresh going in this big series against the Padres. Another series against the Padres, who just won 2 out of 3 against the Giants. So the Padres, they got an off day today, or are they?
No, it's another 4-game series.
2 4-game series. So we'll see. But as we stand right now, the Dodgers have a 1-game lead over the Padres. So we'll see what happens in these 2 games. But it's either going to be tied or a 1-run lead for the Dodgers or a 2-game lead for the Dodgers. We'll see. So it's kind of deja vu all over again. The Padres versus the Dodgers. Is it in San Diego this time?
San Diego.
All right, so the home cooking for the Padres. This will be the series of the weekend. I'm fucking pumped to see it. I hope they fight. Last series was a little boring because no fights. Come on. I want to see, and Ohtani's not pitching in this series, which is a little bit of a downer, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I guess we got fan questions to get to. We also got the story time segment. First story time segment. Let us know if we should do more of these, but we did a deep dive on the crimes of the Philly fanatic. So let's just throw it to the Philly fanatic, our interview in April, and then we'll come back afterwards and we'll talk about the fan questions. So enjoy it. All right. We're here with Jeff Dye.
What up, baby boy?
You were at the Phillies game last night?
I'm so excited. I'm on my favorite channel.
Welcome.
It's good.
You're the first
Good
guy
to be
ever. You're the first guy ever, not only guest, but even anyone who I collab with.
Yeah.
Other than like Dallas Braden.
Sky's the limit, dude.
There you go.
I mean, you got the best baseball channel, and baseball's huge. So just like John Boy, it'll be,
Yeah.
There was people going, John Boy this, John Boy that. Now people are going to go, baseball doesn't exist. It'll take time.
You hear that, John Boy?
Yeah. John Boy rules.
Jeff Dye says you suck and you're washed.
I didn't say that.
So we're in Philly. You were at Philly yesterday. You threw out the
Yes.
first pitch.
Throw out the first
It's
pitch.
your 200th first pitch.
Yeah, that's it. 23rd ceremonial first pitch. Threw a strike. Everyone should know that. One time I threw a first pitch and I threw a curveball. And the guy that caught it was like, did you throw a curveball? And I was like, yeah, dude. That doesn't happen much.
Dude, that's called a real ball player.
That's it. The problem is that it was like 60 miles an hour. They hit the shit out of my curveball.
Nah, you never know. You can throw them off speed.
That is true.
Change the momentum,
I'll
or
trick 'em once.
change the speeds, change the eye level. It's all about pitching in the count. Dallas Braden, who we interviewed, he threw 88, threw a perfect game, bro.
88's pretty high up.
But yeah, what's your opinion on the fanatic? You see him
So I'm
yesterday?
a big mascot guy. That's why I'm wearing this right now. I love mascots. You might know this because you do such good research and homework on all these things. But I like mascots because they're the spirit of the team, right? How many times have you gotten your heart broke by a player, right?
Yeah.
Jurickson, Profar, this season you're a Braves guy, and then
Yeah.
it turns out that he's doing some sort of pregnancy enhancement, things.
Female dick pills.
Yeah, or Acuna when he gets popped for PEDs.
That's
That's
not gonna
coming up
happen. That
soon.
one-
I'm sure it is. He's a Dominican guy.
He's not Dominican.
I know, but he's been working with the Dominican guys, and they all do it.
Well, there is allegedly he does hang out with Fernando Tatis.
Right.
But Fernando Tatis didn't do steroids.
Yeah, well,
We can go in that later.
but,
He's
I mean,
false
he got
positive.
popped.
He got popped.
Yeah. So, but what I was gonna say is these players can break your heart unintentionally, or sometimes they just get older, or sometimes they get hurt. Like these things happen, right? But the mascot will always be there. He's the spirit of the team. He's never gonna break a leg. He's never gonna. I mean, if they do break the leg, they'll put another guy in there. But
Did you ever see that video of the Seattle Mariner
Yeah,
going
breaks
face
his
first?
ankle.
Threw off the fucking. They had him on an ATV. He's jet skiing on the ATV, loses control, breaks his fucking leg right into the
roller skates
Roller
too. I don't
skates.
even think they were roller blades. I think they were skates. But then they did a great gag where they put a different guy in the costume while that guy's at the hospital because it was like a compound fracture, and they put a big cast on him with like crutches, so they play it on to the fact that
can't miss a game.
acknowledging that
So
he
mascots.
love mascots. Yeah, big mascot guy.
So and you like the Fanatic.
I
What
think
was
the
he like
Fanatic rules.
yesterday?
He's great. So the original guy whose jacket I'm wearing, his name is David Raymond. You'll meet him tonight at the show.
Okay.
He was the first Fanatic and the first. So there was the San Diego Chicken, but he was like freelance. He'd go be a mascot for any team that'd have him. Whereas the Philly Fanatic was the first team sports mascot. Nobody before him. And then, and also he's the only mascot made by Jim Henson.
Yeah.
So if you like the Muppets or Kermit, like Jim Henson made the Philly Fanatic with his own hands. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then after, 18 years, 19 years, David Raymond kind of retired on. Who later went on. David Raymond later went on to make Gritty, the Philly Flyer mascot. He made Chuck the Condor. He's made over 100 different team mascots.
So not only is a mascot, he makes mascots.
Yep, and he's the creator and runs the Mascot Hall of Fame in Indiana.
This guy.
Which is also kind of a conflict of interest, I would say. You know,
Yeah, did he put himself in?
Well, because I mean, if he makes all those mascots and he was the original Philly fanatic, it seems a little unfair.
I mean, honestly, we could hit him with some character flaws.
I think that's
Some of the character
unfair.
clause, we got a lot of lawsuits against. I think Raymond's name specifically comes up a few times.
Oh, for sure.
I got some information
People
on Mr.
get very
Raymond.
litigious about mascots.
In what way?
Well, they think, oh, if anything happens with the mascot, because we think of baseball teams as like these billion-dollar industries.
Mm-hmm.
So all the fans get super like litigious about it. They
Mm-hmm.
go, oh, look, he fell on me, or he spilled a drink on my jersey. I should sue him for $1 billion.
Or he
It's like,
pushed
it's
me,
ridiculous.
or he pushed a pregnant lady into a pool,
Hey, that happens. It
happens. Happens to everybody.
What's the problem?
or he or
You know what I mean?
or the 72-year-old bus driver in 1991 who was working at the church carnival.
Let's hear it. Let's hear their claim. I'll be the judge here.
So I got a whole list of the Fanatic because this guy has a dark history, and
It's not a dark history.
It's a very dark history with the Fanatic.
All right,
If
let's
you
hear
look
it.
on the Wikipedia, it's all good shit. He loves kids. He loves.
He does, yeah.
But every time there's an old person, he sits on them, pushes them in the fucking.
They're always fragile, these old
They are-
people.
That's
yeah.
why you gotta handle them with care.
That's right. Wait, so let's hear about the bus driver.
The bus driver. This is 1991, and this is the first time that we found the blip on the radar of the Fanatic getting a little out of hand. Okay, Fanatic debuts in 1978.
Right.
This is a church carnival.
Okay.
Okay. Bus driver, 72-year-old bus driver. That's a Philly job.
Probably shouldn't be working if you're not if you're not a tough guy.
But
If some big green guy from the Galapagos Islands can hurt you, maybe you shouldn't be in the workforce, you know?
well, he
He's
was at
72, maybe call it.
He was at the church
All right, sorry,
carnival.
I'm a little defensive.
He's at the church carnival. His guard was down, bro.
Okay, fair enough. It is a church carnival.
He's with church people. I mean, he's used to with the mean Philly streets of the bus driver, But like now the Fanatics, and he's got his guard down.
Okay.
Fanatic quote jumps on him
Ridiculous.
with
already.
arms and legs, falls down unconscious, wakes up. Fanatic. The Fanatic fucking jumps on the guy, knocks him unconscious, wakes up. Fanatic tries to give him tickets. Didn't take tickets. You know what his injuries were?
What?
Herniated disc, brother.
Oh yeah.
Herniated disc.
This is
Had to-
hullabaloo.
Had to walk with a 4-legged cane, my man.
This is
How do you defend
hullabaloo.
that?
This guy's gonna walk into a courtroom and go, he jumped on me. They got bull crap.
That is
What are you
the thing.
talking about?
I mean, we've been in Philly
I would
for
need video of that.
15 minutes. We've seen how many billboards for injury claims.
Yeah, it's
Like how-
very litigious.
It is a big industry in
You
this.
know what the mascots do? They see a bald guy. They do a thing where they shine their head, or they do the kiss on the mouth, or if they see a big fat guy or a pregnant woman, they do this like pushing out the stomach, kind of walk behind them. They don't just jump on old men,
Well, according to the courts, that's exactly what he did.
according to what he claims.
No, I got a copy and paste from an
Bad
article,
memory,
brother.
that 72-year-old. I will also say that the David Raymond and Tom Burgoyne, who are the Philly Fanatic, they don't necessarily do those like when they send someone to
Yeah.
like a thing. They have rotating people that do that. So
Yes, so Mr. Raymond,
maybe
this
could be
probably
him.
wasn't even you. Actually,
could be him.
Well, at the church carnival, because that's what they do. They send the backups out
Right.
to go to the church camp, go to this thing, and those guys end up getting a DUI and crashing the
Yeah,
car.
they go,
And,
"This guy?"
Yeah, it's, kissing the lady too hard, getting sexual assault allegations. But that's the backups.
Yeah.
This guy fell out hard. 128 grand
Jeez.
he got for getting fucking tackled by the Fanatic.
Is it worth it? The disc, 120 grand.
It was a post-surgical back, my man.
Wait, so do you not like mascots?
I like mascots, but I just think they're all cokeheads, probably.
Really? Why do you think that?
That's my famous. I feel like to do that job,
Yeah.
you got to be a different type of guy.
Okay.
They losing dude, they're doing it in the middle of summer.
Mhm.
These suits on, you're
It's hot.
losing 20 fucking pounds a
Yeah.
day. Like, you got to be high energy.
Yeah.
3 hours.
I
4
thought
hours.
you'd love them.
I love them. I'm
Okay.
just saying they got a dark history.
Well, because here's the thing. I'm a listener and I'm a fan. You can't pull a fast one on old Jeff Dye. This fucking guy defends Zach Hampel, which it's literally a consensus that this guy sucks. And you're like, come on, man, leave Zach Hampel alone. I'm ride or die for Zach Hampel. Then I wait 10 more minutes. He goes, leave Chris Bryant alone. Stop booing Chris Bryant. He took $7 billion and gets injured immediately. Don't boo him. So I thought for sure you would be on the side of something that's something.
Listen,
like
I'm not going to be anti-mascot, but are the mascots getting 180 million?
No.
That's not a good argument either. I'm not anti-mascot.
I think I
that-
like a little mischief, you know. I love that they're rascals, you know. Benny the Bulls mascot, who's like one of my favorites. This guy gets sued like every 3 months, and if you look up why, it all checks out. You're like, I kind of agree that he should be sued for that. There was like some police thing where they had shut down the like this little area and had like the do not cross tape, and the cops are really strict about like restricting this area of Chicago. Benny happened to be doing some publicity bullcrap, some company thing where he's like with a, Chipotle or something. He's doing an appearance, and he saw that whole area was like restricted nearby, and he like rode a little bike through the and he got arrested in front of everyone, like in the costume. And I was like, I kind of like that.
You do
kind of like
you
the
gotta
mischief.
Like that.
He just
And
goes,
it's
"This will be good."
It's almost like the teams low key want the mascot to kind of fuck up.
Yeah, it's good. It's a little
Like,
trouble, little press.
With the Phillies. Okay, the Phillies from from 1995 to 1998, the Phillies were ordered to pay more than $2.6 million because of mascot lawsuits, and because it's like the mascot fucked up,
Yeah.
but the Phillies are getting sued for it.
Of course, yeah.
The guy in the costume, the fanatic himself, $2.6 million over 3 years.
Yeah, that's insane.
But they're like, we can't get rid of the
Gotta keep
fanatic.
guy, dude. Yeah.
Could you imagine you get rid of the fanatic?
They're like, can you take a month off? Just maybe take some pictures with children. Stop getting into trouble.
Maybe stop punching old people.
Yeah. Well, you like Blooper, right?
I do like Bloop.
Bloop's your guy.
I do like Bloop. Bloop is not as physical with the people. He's more of like a keyboard warrior. Like he'll call you a bitch on Twitter.
Yeah, which I like. I think I talked shit about Blooper once, and he clapped back pretty fast.
Yeah.
And then I was like, later when I was like, no, Blooper's cool now. He's popular. People like him. Now he just ghosts me. He won't even give me the time of day.
He did kind of big league me too.
Really?
Because I was in the DMs with Bloop and never got the follow back.
Oh, really?
And it's like, Bloop.
Well, and actually, last time I was there, I was like, my only goal was to meet Blooper and get a pic. And he ghosted me on that. That's what I think the ghosting was. Because I was like, wait, what the heck? When I talked trash, this guy replied like 5 years ago.
That's what he wants.
Yeah.
He wants you to fucking beef with him.
Yeah, he's got some
If you
mischief
start
in him.
talking shit to him on Twitter, he will meet you at the game.
I
Have you
love it.
done the Braves yet?
I haven't
First
done the
pitch.
first pitch, but I've been to a lot of their games.
You should start talking
Yeah,
shit to
say,
Bloop,
"What-
and they'll
what-
give you
you want some,
the
Bloop?"
first pitch.
Yeah, just so he'll mess
And-
with me.
Dude, Bloop will go at you.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
Bloop,
he fight like people at games will start tweeting at him like "fuck you, bro," just a random fan, and he'll find him and turn it into like a Twitter beef and
Oh, that's
and get it on
hilarious.
camera. And
I like
shit.
that.
Random guys,
He's like Jordan or like Tom Brady, where he's a little bit better when he's upset.
bro. And I've talked to Bloop behind the scenes, and he really is like a mascot. Like he talks shit about other mascots. Like dude, they're not physically capable of the things I do. He's
I
very
love that.
proud of how like I've never seen him in real life, but apparently he's fucking jacked and
I believe
athletic as shit. He fucking sprints every time they win. He's running like a 4.40. He's crazy.
Well, a lot of NBA mascots can do like everything. They went to like clown college or like whatever the heck it is. So like imagine how hard I mean I don't know how athletic you are, but like I can't pogo stick, right? I've never pogo sticked. But this fucker can pogo stick dressed as a lion. You're like that's pretty like amazing.
Bro.
They can do like they're very athletic
They have
people. They'll like
to be.
dunk off a trampoline when they can't see, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, they get fucked up there. All right, well, we got the next one. That was 1991. And you defend your guy. The
I love
fanatic
him,
is still a
you
guy.
know?
But what about fucking hitting a pregnant woman?
Well, it just depends,
Depends how pregnant. Wow, 5 months.
I need some context,
Yeah,
I
you're
can't
gonna
just
stick-
blanketly say you shouldn't hit a pregnant woman. I've got to hear the whole thing.
Stick up for that, Jeff Dye.
yeah.
What do you guys on that? Yeah, this lady, 5-hour trip to Philadelphia. She's from Virginia, dude, my neck of the woods.
I'd say irrelevant. I
Okay.
don't care how long it took her to get to the park.
5 hours
Why is that part of
from
it?
Harrisonburg, Virginia. Because that's a big trip. You planned for
Yeah.
it. Probably brought the kids. I don't know if she has kids. She's pregnant. So maybe
she's
not yet.
she's
About
gonna
to have a kid.
Might,
She's coming with her husband. Actually, I don't even know that. Let me read the thing. All right.
Okay.
Phillies versus Reds. Fanatic accidentally kicks her in the back, shoves her in the head while performing.
I heard accidentally.
Which is crazy that they specify. I don't know how you accidentally push someone in the back
He
of the
said,
head.
"Whoops,
and
man,
kick
this
them."
costume's big, dude. I can barely see in here."
So Fanatic makes a whoopsie and just kicks this fucking pregnant lady
Yeah.
in the back, shoves her in the head, man. This lady gets $25K, bro.
I think a
but-
little high.
And you know what? And I see your argument because
Yeah.
it was an accident.
Yeah.
But this is where it gets bad.
Uh-oh.
According to Miss Glick, never received an apology from David Raymond.
Well, you know what? Mascots don't talk. How is he supposed to apologize? You break the rule, the code of the fraternity. You can't be talking in the costume.
That's true.
This is
the
Philly Fanatic.
This is all the Fanatic,
He's got
bro.
a big hit piece on the Philly Fanatic.
This is.
You're gonna meet him tonight, and you're gonna feel real bad because I'm gonna
gonna
say, Dave, my man. I'll give him a big hug. You'll meet him. He's the sweetest guy in the world. Good family man. You'll meet his kids, and then I'll go, oh, this is my guy, dude. Runs my favorite shop. I'm gonna put you over. I'm like, oh, this guy, he's the best, dude. He's got the coolest podcast, coolest YouTube channel. You wouldn't believe what we talked about today, Dave.
I'm right now. I'm gonna say May 3rd, 1993. What happened? What happened? You remember that date?
Oh, that's a long time ago for him. But what happened?
Well, he hit the pregnant lady.
No,
that's the pregnant lady
one.
story. It was an accident, so I'll give him a pass. Him not saying sorry, that's a good argument. You can't say sorry.
Can't talk.
And that is a golden rule of mascot. So if you do hit a lady or push someone and fuck someone up, yeah, you can't say sorry.
He's such a nice guy too. Like I'm surprised that he wouldn't have whatever. But I will say they like to settle these things out of they don't ever want it to be in the paper because that's what these people want. They're like, oh, the more press this gets, the better, the more money I'll get. It's always greed. Why does she need money? It was an accident.
Pregnant. She was trying
Did
to get.
Did that help anything? Getting money?
She was trying to get $1 million.
I bet.
It doesn't even really say her
Miss
injuries.
Glick, she should be ashamed of herself.
Well, we hope you're doing well, Miss Glick. At least me.
Let's get to that hot dog one. That's my favorite one. That's a good one.
Well, that's the grand
the
finale.
big one. Yeah, sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
So wait, you want to see a lady get smoked in the face by a hot dog?
Dude, it's so good.
But 1994, $2.5 million, bro. That's what the Phillies had to pay up for this guy because they were at a paint store.
Okay.
They sent the Fanatic to the paint store. Opening day of the paint store. The Fanatic shows up. He hugs the manager too hard.
Ridiculous.
Hugs him way too hard.
Have you ever heard of a more ridiculous? Hugs a guy too hard. What are we splitting hairs here, guys? Hugs someone too hard. What was it? Andre the Giant, the big hug of death, like in the final. How do you hug someone too hard?
We just said, dude, mascots are jacked.
Yeah, but
they're
can't
training
hug
in the off
someone
season
too hard.
Each fucking hugged this guy hard enough to give him a herniated disc, my man.
That's ridiculous.
Herniated disc. 39 years old. Hug came. He wasn't expecting.
You can't be hugged too hard at 39 years old.
Well, you know us, man. We don't. No one ever shows.
You
us
went with an
affection.
old guy first, then a pregnant guy. Now a 39-year-old's going. He hugged me too hard.
A 39-year-old paint store owner.
Ridiculous.
Philly guy gets hugged too hard. This is what happened. He wasn't expecting the hug.
Right. Oh, okay.
He gets startled. Stumbles around, fucks his back up.
It's like the Charlie Chaplin thing,
Mm-hmm.
You know that story?
No. I just said
Charlie Chaplin's kind of like a mascot, though, because, he's always, not talking and doing mascot stuff. Charlie Chaplin used to have a magic trick where he'd let the strongest guy in the crowd punch him in the stomach because he had, strong abs, which, by the way, not a magic trick.
Yeah.
Then that sounds like something a frat guy would do. Hey, punch me in the stomach. It's ridiculous. This is a terrible magic trick.
1930s
but anyways,
comedy.
Chaplin would find a big strong guy and go punch me, and everyone would cheer or something. But so anyways, he's checking his mail one day, and this professional boxer's like, "Hey, Chaplin," knows the trick, and just punches him in the stomach. But Chaplin wasn't ready, and Chaplin died. That's how he died.
That's how he died?
Got punched in the stomach.
The guy with the mustache who doesn't talk?
Yeah, little Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chapman.
Yeah, Chaplin. But anyways. So this might be like this, they go, oh, he's hugging too hard, I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for that Philly Fanatic hug. Came out of nowhere. Yeah, he's huge.
He was sitting in a chair, back turned. Fanatic came on strong, hugged him too hard, according to him, out of control, decided to jump on the patron and wrestle him into a rough House Barrett hug. This is the problem. You read 4 articles, they all say different shit.
I know.
All I know at the end of the day is $2.5 million for this guy.
Greedy boy.
For a hug.
I think by the end of this, you're going to go, you know what? Fuck these people. The Philly Fanatic rules.
How does the pregnant woman get $25,000?
I know. Probably because they knew she was lying. He accidentally bumped me. There's no proof of injury. I bet this guy had some sort of medical bills that showed that he had a slip disc or whatever. But that chick just has some story she told. Right? You don't go to if he bumps you from behind, you don't go to the hospital. You just go, hey, he bumped me and we got to take her story.
Well, this guy had $2.5 million in medical bills, apparently, from a hug in the back.
That's ridiculous.
So respect to him. I mean, you got to respect both sides a little bit. You get $2.5 million from a mascot hug. You don't respect that? The hustle?
No, I don't.
Not at all?
I don't like the hustle.
You don't like hustle?
It has to be virtuous hustle. I don't watch like people on these shows and go, hey, but he's getting paid. I don't care. If the guy sucks, I don't care if he's getting paid.
earn it
Otherwise, OnlyFans chicks must be heroes because they're all getting paid.
Earn it like a fucking man.
That's
put
right.
Put on a mascot.
Yeah, you know how hard it
costume.
was for him to get $2.5 million? He cost
yeah.
the team a lot.
For real. He cost the team $2.6 million over 3 years. There you go. But if you actually think about it, 2.5 of that, it was one lawsuit. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, 1997. This is the funniest one, I think. Philly fanatic drunk driving.
That's pretty good.
I'm
already in, dude.
This is a good one.
We're kindred souls, me and this Philly fanatic.
This is a good one because this was a backup mascot. They sent this guy out to do something. I don't even know what they sent him out to do. Or he was driving a Ford van, 3 a.m. Phillies mascot loses control of the van, ends up fleeing the scene. Police show up. They find the fucking fanatic uniform in the car. They find it. So they're like, dude, there's a fanatic on the loose. Somehow they track him down. I guess they track him down enough to he goes to the hospital
They
that night.
recognized him by his shoes.
Yeah, he had the shoes
Size
on.
28. Just giant fanatic shoes.
Sir, what is with the green sideburns?
Yeah, I'd rather not talk about it.
So he swerved off. Taken to the hospital. Minor injuries, blood drawn, gets a DUI at 3 a.m.
That's tough.
while on assignment for the Fightins. I think he probably got fired for that one.
That's a tough one. That's more of a guy in the suit problem
Oh yeah.
than the fanatic himself.
I just
Well, like at least the other ones, he was in the suit pretending to be, he's working. He's not working at 3 a.m. when he's driving the van drunk.
Yeah,
that's him just going home.
this will get the crowd fired up. Let me
Yeah.
crash the Ford van into the fucking
Oh, the
forest.
Phillies fans aren't awake. Let's wake them up.
It's time to rally, guys.
Yeah.
Playoffs are coming up.
Let's get that noise meter up by fucking crashing this van.
All right. I keep coughing.
It's all good.
All right. This was probably the biggest bullshit one. 2001. This is the one time the Fanatic lost. Or won the
Oh, you
lawsuit.
won.
This couple, Fanatic's on top of the dugout trying to hex the Atlanta Braves, putting on spells on the Atlanta Braves. You know how they do. Having fun. This couple is sitting front row up there next to the Fanatic right behind the dugout. Someone calls the Fanatic's name because the Fanatic's acting up, so they look back. Who's calling the Fanatic's name? Smoked with a foul ball. Somehow they both got smoked by a foul ball.
Really?
Two of them, a couple of them,
I miss those days.
with no net.
Love no net.
Bro.
I think you put a net obviously behind home plate, right?
Yeah.
You got to have that. That's a classic backstop. I mean, it doesn't matter where we're at. You got to do that. Those come too quick.
Uh-huh.
The guys throwing 100 or fouling it off at 100.
Yeah.
But, do we need nets over every fan? They have them in the outfield in Seattle. You can't even get a home run ball.
No.
Yeah, in a certain area of after there's the bullpen and then there's these two decks and it's all netted off. I'm like, what are we doing?
You know who you sound like?
Who?
Zach Campbell.
Well, Zach Campbell
That's where you
wants
align
it
on
for
that.
greed.
That's where you align. But you could work together on
I
that.
don't necessarily hate Zach Campbell.
Uh-huh.
I just thought it was interesting that you liked him.
Love
Because
him.
I feel like me and you, I feel like I love you.
Mhm.
And I was like, I don't want this guy to like this guy.
I read his book.
I got jealous. That's what happened, didn't it?
I read Zach Campbell's book.
Yeah, was it more of a pamphlet?
Dude, I saw it on Amazon. I swear to God, I went to Amazon one day, saw Zach Campbell's book in there. I'm like, holy shit. I had already read it.
Yeah.
Because I was doing a video about baseball.
Yeah.
Literally about the baseball. During when the juice balls or something about years ago. And he has a whole
Maybe
book.
we could talk to Zach Campbell. He's got a lot of these baseballs from this season probably already.
There you go. And you think they're juiced, right?
I think the balls are juiced, yeah. I think this torpedo thing is a great distraction from MLB talking about the balls being... They don't have to... Nobody's addressing that the balls are being juiced because everyone's obsessed with these bats that have been around for seasons.
Blame it on the bat.
Yeah.
Don't blame it on the ball.
Right, but I think the balls are juiced.
Dude, it takes people 3 months, and then they're going to say they're juiced.
Yeah.
Because then all the dorks have to get the data.
Right.
And then once they find, it's a little less aerodynamic, we've seen, there's been 195 balls hit with this exit velocity at this launch angle, and there's 10 less home runs.
Yeah.
Ball's dead, ball's juice.
I think
Every
the ball's
fucking
juiced,
year.
Yeah. I mean, because it's good for baseball. We love offense. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a big hitters guy more than a pitchers guy. And so I was noticing a difference, but not everyone's using a torpedo bat. I think the biggest part of the torpedo bat too thing is like placebo.
Yeah.
I think that's a big part of it. Obviously, some guys just get jammed and it's good, but
The new
I
fight
think a
necklace.
lot of placebo. Like if you just like tell a guy he's on steroids, he starts batting a little better.
Oh yeah.
And he doesn't even have to actually be on it. Like yeah. Anyways,
So, yeah. So the netting,
yeah.
that is a crazy. But dude, like I think about that. I remember as a kid going to a game. My friends like had tickets right behind like the dugout.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back like no net behind that
Oh, yeah.
dugout. I mean that is a fucking.
Well,
straight
I saw
shot.
a girl get smoked by a bat when I was a little kid at the Kingdom in Seattle. Edgar Martinez just accidentally let go of the bat. That happens sometimes, lost the grip. And the bat didn't hit her like a bat. It hit her the long way. It hit like the fucking, she got carted off the thing. Like, and Edgar just went and grabbed a new bat. He didn't even look up in the stands.
Fuck it.
But that the net would have been a good thing
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that day for
Or
sure.
about Denard Span in spring training like 2010, nails his own mom with the foul ball
Oh, nice.
in the middle of a game.
Didn't it? Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Mm-hmm. Nails her, and she's getting like carted out of the stadium, and this guy's like has to hit.
It's hilarious.
Didn't even leave the game. He took the rest of the at
It'd be
bat.
fine if you hate your mom, you know? Be like, no big deal. Get her out of here.
Apparently, she was a gangster about it. Like she went upstairs and was like, "I'm not leaving the game," and she stayed in the game. And he was like scared, and he left the game. But she was like, "Fuck that shit, I'm not going."
I might be misremembering, but there was a thing I saw on YouTube. I think I'm getting this correct, where a guy got hit by a foul ball, and then like either the next pitch or like a few pitches later, the same guy got hit again with a foul ball, like while they were checking on him.
Yeah,
Like, and so
that has happened.
yeah, like you said, these nerd data guys, they were like, statistically, that's preposterous. Like it's like that guy won the lottery like 20 times to get hit by a ball twice in the same like
That
thing.
is statistically
Yeah,
preposterous.
it's crazy. He blasted the guy 2 times.
The data guys.
I blame his hands. What are you
Preposterous.
doing, dude? You better come on. You got to catch that, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
block your hands.
You got to lock in because this lady, because this is actually a famous case in baseball. This lady gets nailed with the ball, goes to court. Hey, mascot distracted me. You got to pay for my fucking teeth, right?
Also, it wasn't even the mascot that distracted her. It was the people behind her who called the mascot's name that she turned. So it's like, what are you mad at the mascot for?
That's a really good point. She had no case whatsoever.
It's like blaming you for someone comments on your page. You go, I didn't control what they commented.
Yep. So this guy
So
gets.
she lost.
Well, it's actually a guy
Oh, it was a guy, of course.
who
Idiot.
gets hit in the eyes, face, and teeth injury, and this is where you get the no duty rule. You get hit with the ball. The team has no duty to protect you, so you're on your own, dude. You
Yeah, they
can't-
put little signs. Says keep alert.
Mhm.
You know, there's little signs everywhere in the park. Says keep your head on a swivel, man. Balls and bats. Or
Eyes, face, and teeth, my man.
I bet he was pregnant too. Huh? That helps his case. Did he drive 5 hours to the park? Did we bring that into the court case?
Well, what about the 75-year-old woman at the Reading Phillies minor league game with her church group?
Okay, don't know about her.
Perfect victim. Philly fanatics
75 years old.
smelled her out from a mile away. Elderly, church. He went to the minor league park because he knew there was a church group and knew there was a
Badass, dude.
75-year-old.
You don't care.
I'm gonna find this lady. Fucking sits on her legs. Sits on her legs, which exacerbated her arthritis, ultimately forcing her into knee replacements. How do you defend that?
Here's the problem with this. You know, I thought we'd come on here, we would tell these lovable stories about mascots. This is all slander. I want this. This is all.
These are facts, my friend. These are copy and pasted from a plethora of articles.
Yeah, that's all.
I got it right here. Mascot sat on her legs.
What are you
during
gonna tell me
game.
next? That Ty Cobb kidnapped a black kid and made him sleep under his bed? It's all slander.
No, dude. It's true. It's all true.
Well, this one seems like you know,
Crass. Okay, so
sat on her legs is great, dude.
this is what I like about it is that this
Not sat in her lap. He crushed my legs. You're like, you sound like a greedy person.
she sued the guy inside the suit
Okay.
and the suit. Like she
Oh
sued
yeah,
the
she
fanatic.
wanted both. Yeah.
She sued the fanatic and the guy who was the fanatic.
This is a fun mascot thing that I love when it happens. So there was a Mr. Met, you know, which is just a big baseball for a head. Strange mascot, but we allow it because it's been around for a long time. But
And Mrs. Met.
someone's talking trash to him. Yeah, Miss Met looks good.
Yeah.
They're talking trash to the Mr. Met, and he flips the bird to them, and right when they snap a picture, so it's all over everything.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Met's flipped the bird. It's a great picture. Perfectly fits Queens. Like it's kind of good, right? But they didn't just fire the guy on the side. It was the first time the costume got suspended.
They suspended.
They're like, we have suspended Mr. Met, like the actual costume
For flipping off a fan.
Yeah, he like the character.
I've
got
seen
in
that
trouble.
picture.
Yeah, it's legendary.
That's, dude, I mean, the Philly Fanatic has probably caught like 6 bodies at this point. I mean, put 7 people in the hospital and they're kicking, but the Mets.
Mr. Met, you can't flip the bird, dude. It's rude. Yeah.
You
Well,
gotta-
he's jobless now, and he's going, hey, I had to. You should have heard what they were saying to me. You know?
You gotta separate the art from the artist, man. Yes, but she not only sues the mascot, the guy inside the suit, she also sues the minor league team, which was the stadium she was at, and she sued the Phillies.
What does she want money so bad for? She's 75.
She's got grandkids.
I guess.
$50K she got.
I don't like it.
$50K. And this is not my favorite, but he threw a lady in the pool allegedly.
That's kind of fun, though. Hey, who hasn't thrown a lady in the pool? You've thrown ladies in pools, right? Yeah. It's like it's kind of flirty. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Like, oh, I'm the wild guy.
I wonder how many men.
I've thrown at least 20 chicks in pools. I'll go on record.
You should have been a mascot.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. Because it's kind of funny, and then if they pull you into it, you're like, we're both wet together. Look,
There you
we don't
go.
even care.
He's just trying to raise her up.
I've lost a lot of cell phones.
There's 20,
Pushing ladies in pools.
20 ladies in the pool. Those are fucking good numbers.
I know.
The Fanatic pushed this lady. She was at her sister's wedding at the Golden Inn in Pennsylvania. They hired the Fanatic to
wedding.
come to the wedding. This guy sneaks up behind her on the sitting in a chair outside the pool, dumps her in the pool, dude. Good old, just classic girl pool dump.
You know what I think you guys are going to end up doing? Is you should just delete this interview with me, right? Well, and we should just get David to try to tell you the story of each one of these things.
No,
No, it wasn't, but he would know about it, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, he'll be like, oh, well, the thing with this, and, like, him trying to explain it would be so funny. He'd be like, I barely threw her in a pool.
Does that guy do interviews? Did he break the code?
Oh, he would totally do
But now
that.
he's
Yeah.
retired.
Yeah, he's retired. And he's, like, the king of mascots and stuff like that. So it'd be good to hear him talk about all these things. Because I would be howling listening to him because some of these seem tough to defend, you know?
Yeah.
Also, let's be honest. If I sit in your lap, it's called sitting in your lap. Not he sat on my legs.
He sat on my legs.
That's crazy.
Well,
They're playing with these words.
she had
Yeah,
arthritis.
no, sitting on my lap. That's what you would say. The mascot came over and he sat on my lap. Don't go, he crushed my legs. You know, what are you talking about?
She had arthritis, bro.
Of course you did.
You're not gonna sit on arthritis.
Everyone's so fragile when the Fanatic comes around.
Especially, so he jumped this lady in the pool, and then we got it from their side of the stories. They said, okay, the pool had water in it, but not enough, dude. Not enough. He pushed her in a dangerously shallow end of the pool. Okay, too shallow under the circumstances is the quote. I don't know how you get pushed in the pool, but she hurt her head, neck, back, body, arms, legs, bones, muscles, tendons, ligaments, nerves, and tissues. And more.
That was in the court case? And more.
And
How do you
more,
What, her
brother.
hair hurt? Yeah, that's what do you mean, and more? Yeah.
And more. You named every single body part, including ligaments, like just ligaments.
Yeah.
Every ligament and more. Case was settled. Confidential. We don't know.
Yeah. Also, you know, what I would have said is like, listen, it was my sister's wedding. I had like my makeup done. It's expensive clothes. I would have went that route. Let's not pretend he gave you a Mortal Kombat fatality in a pool somehow. Oh, my bones are broken, and there's like the pool was too. He should have made the pool fuller of water. Like, what are we
Hey, man.
talking about?
I mean, you've thrown 20 girls in a pool.
Yeah,
but
it's
have you
always been a good time.
under the circumstances, the water was never too shallow.
It was never too shallow.
That's the important distinction.
The distinction is I didn't have money for them to like sue me and try to get all my money.
Once you get a man in uniform, you see
That's
that.
it.
You see the target. You know.
You start seeing those numbers they threw at Bryce Harper, you go, maybe I could get some of that money.
All right, and here's the last one.
Dude, the best one.
This is the last time the Fanatic fell on the radar in terms of
Kathy McVeigh. No relation to,
Timothy McVeigh.
no relation.
Who is that?
Timothy McVeigh, the Oklahoma City Bomber.
Okay, good. I knew the name. I didn't know what he did.
Yeah.
I was like, sounds like
No
a
relation,
bad guy.
but he did some bad stuff, that guy.
Well, so just like the fanatic Timothy McVeigh, both bad
No.
people. This lady goes to the game, wants to have a lot of fun at the game, loves the Phillies, right? Diehard Phillies fan, you can tell by looking at her. He shoots the hot dog gun, hits her right in the fucking eye, man.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And this lady was a champ. If you see this picture, and maybe we could put it up, but
She got blasted by the hot dog gun. I think at the time too, they weren't really shooting hot dogs. What it was like kind of like a rubber thing that the cannon shoots out, and then it has like a coupon for a hot dog. You know, like you can go get the real hot dog. So she kind of got blasted by this rubber hot dog. But if you watch the video on YouTube, she's so sweet about it.
Yeah.
She's like, she don't want no money. She didn't want anyone to get in trouble. She was just like, you got to be careful out there. There's hot dogs come. Like she was like a school teacher. Like, really pay attention if that hot dog's coming. You want to.
public service announcement.
Yeah, it was really nice of
I don't
her.
want that. I'm a Phillies fan. I don't want to do anything to harm the team.
Yeah, Kathy McVeigh is a real one.
She took it like a champ, and she actually went to the hospital to get checked for concussion. Like she had, there was probably, how many lawyers hit her up?
Oh, for sure.
Like, bro.
In this town,
Yeah,
you've seen the signs.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's bad. Also, she had to walk around for months going, yeah, the fanatic.
Did your husband beat you? No, the Philly fanatic.
No, that giant hot dog cannon got me.
Those things, were they doing that last night?
They were doing it last night, but because of the nets, they're just launching them up to the top.
Oh yeah.
So it's all arc.
They got some velocity out of those things.
Yeah, the nets probably are for the hot dog cannon.
Fuck, man.
After Kathy McVeigh.
Fuck, man. So that's all we got on the fanatic in terms of like lawsuits against him.
Yeah.
He's the most sued mascot of all time. And
Yep. He's the number one of everything.
a lot of people say he's the best mascot of all time. A lot of people say he's the most evil mascot of all time. We'll let the fans be the judge. But you got any final thoughts on mascots?
You think your fans are pro mascot or anti mascot?
I think they're pro mascots.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, to be honest, this kind of shit makes me like mascots more.
Yeah, because baseball is fun now.
Yeah.
Right? I've always loved baseball, even back when it was the old dog baseball where we're like, you bat flip on me, I'll throw it down your teeth. Right? And I liked that too. I like those old dogs. I like, the Doug McGraws and the Goose Gossages. But baseball is so much more fun now that they can celebrate to their dugout after they get a hit, or if they can wear a silly hat every time they hit a home run, or they can put face paint. Like, I love this new era.
Yeah.
Jazz Chisholm has some sort of fucking act out at every base that he hits. I love that type of stuff, and I think mascots fit perfectly into this like new era.
Yeah.
Of like silly, who cares? It's in between innings. It's a long game. Everybody talks about how baseball is slow or whatever. Let Orbit go out there and do like some goofs in between. Let Blooper call a lady fat. Like, it's cool.
Well, man, it's kind of where maybe baseball's getting too fun. Mascots are going to go away.
I hope not.
We don't need them anymore.
I think there's never too much fun.
You heard it here, guys. All right. We'll end it on that. There's never too much fun. Jeff Dye.
Love you, buddy.
Thank you,
Thanks
brother.
for having me. You're the
Thank
man.
you for being a guest. The Fanatic. We'll
love
talk to you later. Thank you, guys. See ya.
Dude, I would love to have Danny talk to you about
All right, that was Jeff Dye, me and Tark talking about the Phillies, man. Philly Fanatic. What a piece of shit. Jack, what did you learn in that segment?
Honestly, mascots are absolute degenerates, and I respect it. And then I was like really into it. I think that we can all agree that Mrs. Med is kind of bad for no reason. We talked about
No reason. Don't you think that's...
We talked about what's the fucking name of the stupid Braves mascot? What is his name?
Flooper?
Floopy? What is it? Blooper?
Blooper.
We talked about Blooper. We talked about the Met. We talked about crime.
Well, they
this
just
was
heard it,
long
so
ago.
you're just recapping the thing they just listened to.
I know, but what are you asking me? What I thought about it?
Yeah, if you had a take.
Well, I didn't just watch it.
right.
Shit.
It's fine. We'll get to the questions and we'll get out of here.
I will say this, though. Jeff Dye invited us into his hotel room and made a pass at Joey.
What does that mean? He tried to fuck me?
He tried.
Is that what you're referring to?
He tried, and he succeeded, and he made me film the whole thing, and I left it out. I didn't put it in.
Thank you. I respect that you respect my privacy. And that's why you will be renewed for one more episode. A lot of people don't know this, but Jack is on an episode-to-episode contract.
I actually technically am. I'm not an employee.
That is true. Yeah. Like I said.
Well, we'll talk.
What'd you think of UFC 319?
I enjoyed the hell out of it. Actually, there was 2 spinning elbow knockouts back to back, which is like fucking crazy. A lot of people talking shit about Hamza Chimaev being boring because he just wrestled the shit out of DDP, but it's so crazy to a championship fight to just fucking hold a grown man like DDP down on the ground for 5 straight rounds. It was like one of the most impressive decisions I've ever seen in that sense. Not exactly a fucking highlight. If you were to take 10 seconds from one round, you wouldn't be able to know what round it was because every round looked the exact same, but it was fun. I liked it.
Yeah,
Thanks for asking.
he's not a real fighter.
Hamzat Chimaev?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nate Diaz would have slapped the shit out of him. He got lucky. He like missed.
Nate
weight.
Diaz would have gotten fucking mauled by him, bro. That's such a crazy thing. I mean,
Stockton, motherfucker.
I think that he could have done some damage on the ground because Nate's pretty good at like, sneaky little elbows and stuff, but I don't think it would have stopped him from winning.
Brother, Nate
Hamzat?
Nate is a black belt jiu-jitsu.
Bro, they're all black belts.
Gracie jiu-jitsu. His ground game is impeccable. Submission artist. Did you see him submit that motherfucker back in the day?
That one? Yeah. He does do that. And he does it like so specifically, like,
Stockton, motherfucker. Stockton. Yeah. Nick and Nate, those are my
he does
guys.
like a primate arm
Yeah.
situation.
I
love Nate.
A lot of guys
Do
go
love
90. He go 45.
Yep, that's it.
Stockton.
Nailed it. You've always been a big Nate Diaz fan, haven't you?
Always. That's how I got into UFC. Nick Diaz, Nate Diaz. And now that was like Nick Diaz was before my time. The only time I ever watched Nick Diaz fight live was when he was old, but like Nate Diaz when he beat who was the black guy he beat before Conor McGregor? Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson probably.
Beat Michael Johnson. I remember that. I remember watching that fight and really rooting for Nate, and people were like, all right, Nate, And then he called out, Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for, motherfucker. I'm going to fight your fucking ass. You know what the real money fight is? It's me, not these clowns you already punked at the press conference. You know you beat them. And then Joe's like, fortunately, we can't talk like that on Fox. Pretty good. I know word for word.
That really was pretty accurate.
That entire call out. That's the type of guy you're talking to right now. We're talking Diaz Bros.
I mean, pretty irrelevant. Hamzat, champion. Who's next for Hamzat? We're losing so many followers. I know people are just like tuning out right now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who. There's no one who can beat this man. I can't picture it happening.
Well, you know what? And that is just the beauty of the sport. Maybe McGregor comes back. Throw me a fastball.
Gable Stevenson's coming to MMA.
What about Ryan Hall from Falls Church, Virginia? Oh, fuck. I didn't think that. Oh, got it. Ryan Hall from Falls Church, Virginia.
I hit you dead in the hand for the record.
Yeah, and I caught it. That was good accuracy.
Thanks.
Good pitch and catch. Mitch, heads up. Whoa. Got it. All right. 2 for 2. You got to put the outro on a t-shirt. What is the outro? Okay, yes, sir. That's a good idea.
Don't know how to do that,
That
but
would drive me.
I do like the idea of a shirt that says Jack's Marlins. That's pretty funny.
Dude, we're going to get sued by the Marlins. Fuck it, dude. We'll fucking lawyer
Bro,
up.
it's about fish.
We'll lawyer up. We don't give a shit. Who is the name of the what is the name of the Dodgers song? It's like, what is the name of the Dodgers song that has the Drake? Whatever. I don't know. Do you have the song? Do I have it in here?
No, you don't have it in there.
I don't have it in here. But yeah, there's no name to that song, dude.
What's that guy's name, though?
DK Ohtani. I have no idea. I sent it to you. I don't have his Instagram, but
Another fan question. Can you have positive WAR on a team that didn't win a single game?
yes.
Yeah.
And we're not getting into that now. We're not fucking getting into this war discussion right now.
What about this from Pasty Pumpky? Pumpky. I want to write this to say thank you. I work long, often boring hours, and this is an amazing way to pass the time.
Boring. Next.
And learn more about
Not a
what's going
question.
on
Don't
with
care
all the
about
other
your
teams.
fucking job that you hate, dude. This is not about you. All right?
Dang, in the old angle, Jack looked bigger. I thought he was a bigger dude. No homo. Angles will trick you. LOL, for real.
No, read the nice comment, actually. I was just being,
Which one are you talking about?
Remember he was saying he was doing a heartfelt.
Joey doesn't know how to deal with compliments.
Yeah.
Oh, well, continue on. pass the time, hear hilarious banter, the wrong here, and learn more about what's going on with all the other teams in the MLB other than my Blue Jays. I have found myself actually looking forward to Monday and Thursday now for the pod, which although gets less views is far more enjoyable to me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, which one is he talking about?
Way to take a jab at it
Yeah,
the last
right.
second.
Piece of shit. Fuck the Blue Jays.
Fuck your job,
I hope
bro.
you get fired, dog. Can't be listening. Where do you work? I'm gonna tell your boss you listen to podcasts at work.
We love you, Pasty Pumpkin, but you're way too sentimental.
No, I appreciate you, Pasty Pumpkin. I appreciate it. Everybody who listens to the podcast. We got a great community of fucking guys and girls and fucking beasts in the chat. All we got is beasts in the comments. If you listen to this shit and you're still listening to this shit, you're beastly.
This one says, the loins debate made this totally unwatchable. Unsubscribed. Hey, bro, if that's what made this unwatchable, we don't want you.
All right, well, that's all I got. We got to finish this video.
If
and
they
put
made it
out.
this far, I think they need to comment like a specific thing,
Oh, like give them like a
like a secret code or
secret
something.
word. What should the word be, Joey?
I don't care.
Stockton, motherfucker.
Stockton. All right, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave 5 stars, and get home safe. Thank you.
Red Sox, yeah!